Let's talk about cereal. Who didn't love cereal growing up? I know I did. It was part of my morning routine. And then as I got older, like a lot of other adults, I realized cereal's actually not that good for you. There's a lot of sugar and a lot of stuff you shouldn't be eating. But Magic Spoon has solved this problem. Magic Spoon has 0 grams of sugar, 14 grams of protein, 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. It's also only 140 calories. Try Magic Spoon's 4-flavor variety pack. You've got fruity, you've got peanut butter, you've got frosted, and my personal favorite, the one I'm having here today, is Coca. This is amazing. Also got a little bit of fruity in here as well. Absolutely delicious cereal, if I say so myself. Magic Spoon also offers great flavors, including cookies and cream, maple waffle, cinnamon, and blueberry. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low-carb. You can't beat that. If you head over to magicspoon.com/Lynch or use the code word Lynch at checkout, you get $5 off your first order. You'll thank me later. The cereal's awesome. What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining my UFC 265, I should say. I got the numbers mixed up. Live stream here tonight, Hangout stream. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm James Lynch. John Coe, my partner in crime, JHK, will be joining me here momentarily. We're going to be getting you through all the action here tonight on UFC 265, which is going to start here momentarily. We'll be reacting to the fights. We'll be answering questions. So yeah, if you got questions throughout the night, just post them here in the chat. We'll get to them as soon as we can. Hope you like the new sponsor ad for Magic Spoon. They've hopped on board. Really excited to be working with them. Their cereal is awesome. If you guys have any questions about that, by the way, hit me up. You get $5 off if you use the code word Lynch. Also want to give a shout out to Next Gen Sports, who's going to be streaming this on their YouTube channel and Facebook page tonight as well. Really stepping up like they do for every pay-per-view, helping us out here and supporting the show. So got to thank them as well. Also, last little bit of housekeeping, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you are watching this on my YouTube channel, it's an easy way to support the channel and it helps us out big time. We're just waiting right now for the result of the the Rafael Fiziev and Bobby Green fights. I'm just waiting to see that as well here for the result. But what a card so far. A lot of finishes. It's been a really great night of action so far. So yeah, it is Fiziev. I got to talk to John about that one because Anik says Fiziev, Buffer says Fiziev. I've always called him Rafael Fiziev. So we'll see what everyone else says there as well. But yeah. What a great fight that was to lead into the pay-per-view. And we got a lot of action coming up here tonight. Let's get to some of the questions here. We got my man Owen here in the chat. He says, what a fight. Yes, that did deliver. Fiziev and Bobby Green, really outstanding performances from both guys here. Euro in the chat here. What's up, man? How's it going? Judge gave Fiziev round 3. Yeah, I was kind of watching that last round a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it was a good effort there for Bobby Green. Which cereal is the best? Cereal's the best high snack. I like the Coca one so far from Magic Spoon. I can talk more about that a little bit later. Euro thought Bobby Green won. That's interesting. I had a 2-0 Fiziev heading into the third, so we'll see. Who do you pick, Vittoria or Costa? Well, that's not tonight's card, but I like Vittoria in that fight. We did a preview of that on the Fantasy Fanatics MMA podcast, actually on Wednesday. You can check that out as well. Rafael clearly won 1 and 2. Bobby clearly won round 3. There you go. What is next for Fiziev? Hopefully a top 15 opponent. Usually don't give out fight of the nights in the prelims, but Bobby and Rafael could be fighting that. Yeah, from what I saw, I was kind of watching that third round, the first 2 rounds, unbelievable. You kind of expected that from 2 strikers, right? They weren't going to be sort of bowing out there as well. So again, just want to remind everyone, if you're just tuning in right now, we're about to get the UFC pay-per-view underway here. Just watching it on my screen here. And we'll be reacting to it throughout the night, but in the meantime, we'll just be answering some questions as well. So again, thanks everyone for tuning in here. It's been awesome to see everyone turn out tonight as well. So let's see what we got here. Sorry, just getting some stuff out of the way here. Tweeting out some stuff. Well, how are you guys doing tonight, by the way? Hope everyone's having a good evening right now. What do we got here? Chiesa by submission. I don't know. Luque's never been submitted, I don't think, in his career. So should be interesting to see how that fight goes. I mean, Chiesa does typically win a lot of his fights by submission, but I think that fight's going to go the distance between Luque and Chiesa. We'll see. Lewis KO. I think that's Lewis's only way to win the fight, in my opinion. Not going to answer that one here. That's more of a Patreon question, Tony. If you want to join the Patreon, by the way, patreon.com/LynchOnSports. Happy to ask it there. Jessica Penne looked incredible. Carolina may get her walking papers. Carolina may not get her walking papers. She will get her walking papers. There's no way they keep her around after losing that fight. Yeah, so That's my thoughts on Carolina and Jessica Penne. I guess we can go over the prelims a little bit here since we have some time. Still waiting for my buddy John to hop on here, JHK. But if you missed it, Johnny Munoz, great submission win to kick things off. I thought that was a really good performance. First round was a little bit slow, but he turned it up there. Melissa Gatto getting her first UFC win, breaking the arm of Victoria Leonardo. Forget who it was. I think it was Alex from Cage Side Press who pointed out that there's been a break in every single UFC pay-per-view the last couple ones. It's been crazy the amount of stuff that's happened there. Miles Johns, nice third round knockout over Anderson Dos Santos. Manuel Cop, I should say. They pronounce it Cop, I believe, is how you say it now. He gets the flying knee knockout over Ode Osborne. I thought that was a little bit early, that stoppage. We can get into that a little bit later. Of course, Penne, we talked about it there, the submission win. Lonzo Menafield, great win over Ed Herman. I don't know how Ed Herman survived that fight. He was taking a beating in that one. And Vince Morales getting the nod over Draco Rodriguez. Good performance from Vince. He really needed a win off a bit of a layoff there as well. Do I watch soccer? No, not really. Very, very, very casual fan. How's my day gone? My day's gone great. Happy to be talking some fights here tonight. Thoughts on Kopp finally getting a win? Yeah, he needed it. He missed weight and back was against the wall, and he goes out there and he gets a pretty impressive victory over Ode. Like I said, stoppage might have been a little bit early, but nonetheless, he really needed that. That judo girl that everyone thought could fight Floyd. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. They showed JHK's tweet on the broadcast. Do you tweet during the events? I did tonight, but yeah, no tweets on there this evening, but that's okay. It's all good. Thoughts on AJ and who he fights next? I assume you're talking about AJ McKee. Look great. He's the new champ. He says he doesn't want to fight at 145 anymore. So that might mean he goes and fights Pitbull in a rematch for his 155 title. I think that might be next. But if not, there's a lot of hungry featherweights ready to fight him. Mads Burnell got a big win over Emmanuel Sanchez. You also have Adam Borax fighting JJ Wilson. I think the winner of that fight could be a title contender as well, too. I haven't watched the UFC in a while, so I don't know what's going on. Well, now's the opportunity to do so. It's a good event here tonight. We got an interim title on the line as well. Ed Herman looks stiff. Ed Herman's getting up there in age, so already he's almost pushing 40 at this point. Green looked beautiful. I thought Green looked good, but Fiziev looked a lot better there. The bantamweight division is so stacked. Song Yadong and Casey Kenny aren't even ranked, and they have great UFC records. Makes sense to put them on the pay-per-view. Well, I think the pace of that fight is going to be pretty entertaining as far as that one goes. What's everyone drinking tonight? No booze for me tonight. I thought I'd take it easy. Last week I was on vacation, golfing and all that, so had a little bit to drink there. But this week I just got an energy drink and some water here tonight, so that's what's getting me through the evening. But let me know what you're drinking tonight if you guys are drinking. Or if you're smoking, let me know what you're smoking. Tony Stark, I pick Luque. I pick Luque as well. I think he gets it done. Is this the worst pay-per-view main event so far this year? Oh, nah. I mean, name value-wise, maybe, but this is a really great fight, honestly. This is a 50-50 fight. I know Gane's a favorite heading in, but Derrick Lewis with his knockout power can make things very interesting. I think this is still a great fight. That's why I'm tuning in, and we're obviously doing this here tonight. Did you make any bets, any advice on some parlays? I did make some bets. You can DM me about that. I don't really like to put my bets out there just because I don't ever come across as like a tout or a gambler. That's not really my thing. I do bet a little bit, but nothing crazy. Are you watching the Olympics? Not really. Just out of the corner of my eye at the gym. That's about the most Olympic coverage I get. I'm not really into it. I'm more of a Winter Olympics guy when it comes to that, because I really enjoy I enjoy the hockey for the Winter Olympics. I think on paper, UFC 265 took a big hit, losing Amanda Nunes and Juliana Pena. I'd agree, but you know what? I mean, let's go through some of the fights here. I mean, we've got Song Yadong and Kenny opening up the card. That's a great fight. Tisha Torres and Angela Hill. It's more of a prelim fight. Hopefully the women deliver in that one. Luque and Chiesa is an amazing fight. Aldo and Munoz is going to be an awesome fight too. That's another 50-50 fight. And then you got Ciryl Gane and Lewis in the main event. So look, it's not this card lacks a lot of sizzle, if I can put it that way. It doesn't have any huge names on here, but it's solid. It's good. It's like a good, like beefy card. I thoroughly enjoyed that as well. Are you showing the fight or are you unable to? I can't show the fight, otherwise I'm going to get kicked off here. So I'm just going to be, doing commentary on the fight, reacting to it. That's what we'll be doing throughout the whole evening and answering questions. If you want to know what I'm seeing right now, I'm seeing a montage of Derrick Lewis knocking out a bunch of people. That's it. A couple of mojitos for you. That's awesome. What else do we got for questions? We got lots of time here, people. Again, we're waiting for the fights, and I'm waiting for my co-host to hop in here. He'll be here shortly, I'm sure. John Coe. Drinking a blueberry Monster Energy. It's actually not bad. Don't normally drink energy drinks, but I thought I'd get a little pep in my step tonight. So we're watching the fights. Again, if you're just joining us, thank you so much for tuning in. This is my UFC 265 Hangout stream. And look who we got here in the back. My man, JHK. What's up, man? And I love that hat. Look at that.
What's up, man? What's going on?
Nothing much. Just hanging out, fights, and everything else. Is that the official logo of Korea? That cat on there?
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to figure out my camera.
I know you're frozen on me right now. I think it's because you're trying to up here. That's all good. You can figure it out. I can answer some more questions here as well. So
let me see.
Let's see what got me here. Let's see. Seems like a really good fight night and save a pay-per-view. I don't know about that. Look, some of these fights on here are pretty solid. I'm going to remove John here while he figures out his situation with his camera. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't even say it's I think it's a good pay-per-view. It's not the strongest pay-per-view, but I don't think it's terrible either. Let's see what we got as well here. I also picked Pedro. Yeah, I think Pedro could win a decision, but I got Aldo in that fight, if I'm being honest here. How can I private message? Instagram, send me a DM or something. That might be easier. Angel, you're going to get deleted here. No spam in the chat here, man. JK is the Robin to the Batman. I would agree with that. Where does Kayla fight in 2022? She fights in the UFC. Someone says lame pay-per-view. Well, then why are you here? To be doing something else if you don't like the pay-per-view here tonight. Got to do what you got to do, right? I mean, again, when you're coming off a big fight like a Conor McGregor pay-per-view, you're not going to get the strongest pay-per-view next time out. That's sort of what we're doing here as well. No one's censoring here. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm reading the questions I can. Let's just keep the questions good here. John, do we got you back here? How's everything?
I think so.
Yeah.
Is it freezing up again?
It's a little choppy, but that's okay. I can hear you. I can see you. That's all that matters. So.
All right.
Could be on my end too as well. So, what are your thoughts on the prelims? Some good action so far. I was surprised by Penne getting that quick finish. I think the rest of them were Manuel Kopp getting the nice win there over Osborne.
Yeah, that was. I think he needed the win because
he was going to get cut. I think if he didn't.
Yeah. I don't think it was working out too well for him, and especially. He missed weight and then he was on a 2-fight losing streak. No matter what you thought about his last fight, he still lost. And, the UFC, they don't care, right? At the end of the day.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not, they can't go back off like moral victories or whatever. By the way, I was going to ask you this. So I noticed on the broadcast tonight, Bruce Buffer called Rafael Fiziev, and then Anik was calling him Fiziev. Which one is it? Because I think I called him Fiziev in my interview.
I've always called him Fiziev, and he's never said anything about it. But
I don't either. But I heard. Did you not hear Anik on the broadcast tonight saying Fiziev? And I'm like, am I?
He's always said it. He's always said it, and DC said it also.
Yeah. So DC's probably just following his lead. Okay, I'm going to stick with Fiziev because that's what I've always called him. That we'll stick with that. Anyways, in case people are wondering, we're seeing a montage here of Angela Hill, and is that what's on Angela Hill's face? Is that a tattoo or something? Anyways. And then we got a montage here of Song Yadong doing the shadow boxing. So not a lot going on right now. Again, we'll take some more questions here as well. Let's see what we got here. Joseph saying this isn't a lame pay-per-view. It has sizzle. Just took a big hit with Pena and Nunes. To me, it's a great fight night card. I think it's okay. Like I was kind of telling the viewers here, John, let me get your thoughts. I mean, when you're coming off a Conor McGregor pay-per-view, typically the next one's not going to be, super, name value noteworthy type thing. And I still think it's a solid card. It's maybe, I would agree with some people that it could be better, but what are you going to do, right? We lost a fight.
Oh, we lost a few fights, right? So,
yeah,
this was supposed to be 2 title fights. I know the other title fight, people probably weren't looking forward to that as much, but still it's another title fight. And I can understand people's complaints because you are paying how much is it now? Like $70 for a pay-per-view card?
Something like that. So,
yeah. So, nowadays you have to pay for ESPN and, I could see the gripes of it, but overall, I think the card's okay. The prelims, even if you didn't watch the pay-per-view, the prelims delivered all the way through, I thought.
Oh, they did. Absolutely. Yeah, I was really, really impressed by that. Again, we're just waiting here for the first fight to get started here, so we'll answer a few more questions here, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in here. Tony Stark says Aldo doesn't have it anymore. I disagree with that. Aldo got a pretty nice win in his last fight against Chito Vera. Chito Vera coming off the win over Sean O'Malley. I think Aldo's got a lot left. I think he does win tonight. We'll see. Pedro Munoz not to be slept on at all. I do look at that fight with Aljamain Sterling, though. A few fights ago with Munoz, got outstruck in that fight. Could that happen here with Aldo? I think he's a better striker. We'll see. But it's going to be interesting. Look at these odds here. Song Yadong and Casey Kenny -110 apiece. I kind of feel the same way, although I also feel like Kenny's got he's got a teammate in Kyler Phillips who already defeated Song. Maybe that helps in the fight. We'll see. I know they're different fighters, but still.
I like Kenny in this fight. I think Kenny is extremely underrated for the division. We saw earlier today. Who else was Miles Johns, man? He's a guy that's also like in that level. I feel like the bantamweight division, dude, it's like so
Stacked.
tough. It's Shark Tank, man. Like even when they're signing guys that are coming in, I think like if you don't come in and instantly make an impact, you're not gonna last in that division, or you're gonna have to drop the flyweight, right? So, even Song Yadong, man, he's still young, but man, he can't lose a bunch in a row. Can he? Can he lose a bunch in a row and get
I don't
cut?
know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to. It depends on the fighter, right? Look at Carolina. I didn't think she'd get to fight again, and here she is tonight. So what are you gonna do?
Why do you think Kenny and Song Yadong is the opener of the pay-per-view? Is there
I think they
something
looked
to
at
do
Kenny,
with
what he did
China?
last year, that fight he had with, was it Nathan? What was the one he had where he just like completely beat down? He had a couple fights last year that were exciting, high pace. I think that's why they put him on there as well, just because they know that these guys are going to bring it. It's not going to be like a staring contest or anything like that. That would be my theory here as well.
How much does it have to do with just China? You know what I mean? Like they
Could be
need to
that.
put
Good
somebody
point. Good
from
point.
China
Great
on
point,
the
actually.
pay-per-view, and they got to get
Yeah.
viewers in China too. You know what I mean? So that could be a part of it. But Kaney's in a good spot right here, man. I think he could go in there and finish the fight. Even though Song Yadong's a younger guy, he's exciting. He does have power, but Kenny, man, he's just shown that he's a high level dude. Like, even his last fight, like arguably, did you think he won that fight? Some people thought so, right?
It was close. I think
Yeah, it was
Cruz did
close.
get the nod, but I can understand people wanting to give the nod to Kenny as well. So we'll see what happens. I think we got our first fight coming up here. Do we? Still waiting as usual. You're probably a little bit ahead of me, but that's okay. We always do. Here we go. Casey Kenny coming out. He's got the black belt. I guess he just got that recently if he's wearing it. By the way, Manuel Kopp getting the black belt tonight for a knockout. How does that work? Did you see that?
I don't know how that works out. To be honest with you, like you've seen guys get black belts just after they win a fight. So,
yeah, usually it's like something jiu-jitsu related, but yeah, there you go.
It doesn't take a submission to get a black belt, but yeah, I'm glad I'm happy to see Manel get a win, man, because it would have been a complete failure if he would have went into the UFC and lost 3 in a row and got cut. What does that say about him and the level of competition that he beat outside the UFC? Because a lot of people thought that level of competition was very high. So
yeah,
it's good to see him last. And then I guess he doesn't know that, if you miss weight, you don't get a bonus, because he was screaming for a bonus.
I know. And then DC rightly cut him off, which is good on the broadcaster's end as well. So
yeah.
See what happens there. All right, let's zoom through some of these questions here as quickly as we can. Why Fedor versus Tim Johnson? Everyone's asking that same question. They should have done him and Josh Barnett. Anyone. I mean, I don't know why they did that fight. Kind of lame there. Cape's back was against the wall, weighing 129. Already talked about that. Appreciate the content. Who do you got tonight? Yeah, we'll quickly go through our picks. I've got Casey Kenny in this fight. I've got Angela Hill for the upset. I've got Luque by decision. I've got Aldo by decision, and I got Ciryl Gane by decision. How are you going on these ones? Quickly.
All right, let me look at it. I got
gotta look at the
Kenny
app,
winning this fight. I think Kenny can go in there and finish. I got Torres winning a decision. Luque going in there getting a finish. I think he could submit Chiesa. I got Aldo winning a decision, and I changed my pick last second. I'm going with Gane, man. I think Gane's gonna go in there and finish Derrick Lewis TKO.
I think he could finish him. I think it'll be a late finish if that does end up happening here.
I think I think he's gonna take it to the ground. I think he's gonna get in the mount, and just pound him out. That's what I feel. That's what I see now.
Okay, 2 more quick questions here. Who are your top 3 favorite fighters to interview? Just off the top of my head, Gegard Mousasi, Tatiana Suarez, I don't know, Tanner Boser. There you go. Those are 3 good ones. John, you have any that come to mind?
Man, it's hard to say, but I say Kama Worthy is a good interview. He always brings it. Rafael Fiziev is a good interview.
I'm going to be hitting up our buddy. I'm sure you will as well tomorrow to get an interview with him this week. He's great. I actually talked to Adam Boric last week, the Bellator featherweight. He's like, man, this guy is not only like the funniest guy in the gym, but this guy, he thinks he's the best 55er on the planet. I was like, great endorsement coming from a guy.
He showed a little chink in his armor tonight, man.
He did. He got hit a lot tonight. I felt too. Like I felt like
he's never been hit like that.
No, and mind you, Bobby Green's a tricky puzzle to figure out. I figured the fight was going to go the distance. By the way, I think I bet the over. Green. Yeah, in a lot of those fights. Anyways.
Bobby Green is fearless, man, because Fiziev he has a lot of power in every strike, and he just stood there like normal, like with his hands down, and took those shots and kept moving forward. But I thought Fiziev was fatiguing, man. It showed that a little bit in the 3rd round. And Bobby Green, if that question is, what if it went 2 more rounds, right? You never know, right? But I don't know, man. I think that he needs to go back and work on that. I think people are going to see that now, and they're going to try to, expose that fatigue. You know what I mean?
How do you think Sean O'Malley would fare against Casey Kenny and Kyler Phillips? Those would be competitive fights. They'll obviously never fight each other because they train together, but I'm sure you know that. That's probably why you asked the question. Why not Colby? He should be your favorite interview. They asked me off the top of my head. Yes, Colby's a good interview as well, too. All right. Probably good time to stop questions right now. I'm going to try and write down this timestamp so I don't have to. After I do these live streams, I'm always like, damn it, why didn't I write down the timestamp? Because I always put these in after so people can see our reactions. So now I've got it down so I don't have to run back and check it out after I'm done the stream here. Let's do the tail of the tape here. Song Yadong 23, Casey Kenny 30. 5'8" to 5'7", 67-inch reach for Song Yadong, 68-inch reach for Casey Kenny. And there you go. So I didn't realize, I always forget Song Yadong is so much younger. He's 23, Kenny's 30. If you look at them, they almost seem like they're the same age. You know what I mean? So,
well, yeah, because they've probably been in the UFC the same amount of time. That's why.
Yeah, probably about that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, for sure.
Well, actually, Kenny probably came in later. To be honest with you, yeah, I think he did.
Let's check that out here. Let's find out their debuts while we have a little second here. Again, we'll get to questions with you guys after the fight. Usually, that's usually how we do it. So he made his debut holy crap, he made his debut November 2017. Casey Kenny made his UFC debut. Oh yeah, way later. Yeah. March of 2019. It's really that late, huh? I guess he's just fought so much.
Yeah, but we've seen Kenny before the UFC, though. You know what I mean? So it just seems like he's been around a little bit longer. With Kenny, man, I think like he's faced the more tougher schedule than Song Yadong, and then Song Yadong was ranked much quicker, which was weird too at the same time. But the rankings, what can you do?
Yeah, what can you do? So there you go. They're introducing Song Yadong right now. Going for it. And again, this fight is an even fight at the pick'em at -110. So if you have any questions, just like I said, post them. You can post them in here. Maybe we'll get to them after the fight, but kind of be going along on this as well. Again, appreciate you tuning in. This is our UFC 265 Hangout stream. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I want to give a quick shout out before this first fight starts to FanDuel, MMA Surge, Next Gen Sports, and Magic Spoon, my new cereal sponsor. They're awesome, John. They're great. I don't know if they deliver Magic Spoon to Korea, but they're amazing.
I don't know. If
it's like a healthy cereal. It doesn't have any sugar in it, but it tastes like regular cereal. So
yeah, awesome. I heard about the cereal, but I don't know.
Apparently, Juan Archuleta is sponsored by them. Chael Sonnen. There's a few fighters that are.
I think I've seen the Chael Sonnen advertisement somewhere.
All right, we are underway here. Kenny and Song.
A lot of movement.
Yeah, ton. I mean, this is again. We were trying to. This is why this fight was on the pay-per-view. These guys are going to go at it. They're not going to be in a staring contest. I'm predicting a decision in this one because Song's tough to finish. Kenny's tough to finish too. But we'll see.
Song, as I say that, solid right hands.
Yeah. Kenny's got to be in his A game here. Yeah, really good right hands there. Yeah, so a couple seconds ahead of me.
Lots of kicks by Kenny. Kenny actually marching forward more aggressive.
Yeah. And you got to think that we're in Texas tonight, guys. So just remember the judging could be a little wonky here tonight. If you remember, we had that card, what was it, last year? Early last year that had some really bad scorecards. So if this is a fight that could go the distance, we'll see how it
Well, in the Fiziev fight, someone gave him 30-27.
The third round. I know. Yeah. It should have been 29-28. Yeah.
That's just a precursor of some weirdness that might happen tonight.
Nice inside leg kick there by Song Yadong. Nice right hand by Casey Kenny.
I always love when two guys that are different stances face each other, because then you got the body just open, man, for the kicks.
And just in case people are wondering here, Casey Kenny is not ranked, and neither is Song Yadong. I guess that's true.
Both guys were ranked.
Kenny was ranked before, was he not?
He was. Both guys were ranked. They lost. They got out the rankings.
That makes sense.
Well, they're probably fighting for a ranking spot right now, right? You would think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I would imagine so. I think the winner of this will get in there. Mind you, look at like who's even at the bottom of the rankings there. Like Cody Stamen's number 15. Cody Stamen's pretty good.
He is really good.
Yeah.
He arguably could be fighting at featherweight, man. He's a massive dude. All right. Well, Kenny, now he's starting to land a little bit more with accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. That right hand by Song Yadong, that right hook.
You have to go all the way back to May 2016, the last time Song Yadong was finished in a fight. Casey Kenny, you got to go all the way back to never. He's never been finished. So just keep that in mind when you're watching this fight. This likely will go to the scorecards, but you never know, right? First time for everything.
Man, those kicks by Kenny already got Song's what is it? His ribs just all red.
Yeah, you can see on his back, he's got a bit of redness there. Just going to mention, you got John Crouch in the corner of Casey Kenny, the head of the MMA lab, a really good cornerman, one of the best in the game. Yeah, Kenny's really coming out flurry. And we mentioned it there. Kenny's teammate, Kyler Phillips, did hand Song his last in his last fight a loss. So see if that plays a role in there. You know, the coaches are already familiar with him. I always ask fighters that. I think that is an advantage, you know. Already got the blueprint.
Yeah, what's the trip about their team is that, you know, Kenny has his like coaches separate, and then Phillips has his coaches separate, and then O'Malley has his coaches separate, and then they all come together at MMA Lab to you know, do their sparring and stuff like that. So I would think that they would fight each other, man. Why would they not? It's the highest level.
They said unless it's for, because I asked Kyler about that, and he said basically that they would only fight if there was you know, like a belt on the line or something, because they said no reason to. There's too many bandmans. Kind of agree with that. There's a lot of different options. Let's
caught
see
him
what
off
we got
balance. Here. Now we got Kenny on top, but man, Song Yadong is squirrely.
Yeah,
he did the snap down, but he got up. He's back up. Both of them back up. There you go.
Well, that's, you know what, that slip is going to look in the judge's eyes, I'm sure, as something for Kenny. But Kenny, I think, was doing well even before that. Both these guys push a really good pace as well, so that's something to keep in mind too, that in this third round, expect a similar pace to what we're seeing here in the first.
But the thing is, you know, with Song Yadong, you don't really see an evolution with him. It's just like he's just the same fighter that we saw in his debut. You know, there's not much added.
I think he'd be, I hate to say this, and I know he's, you know, again, he doesn't have a bad record or anything like that, but he's a guy I think would be in need of a camp switch. You know, it looks like he's figured out the wrestling a bit. He's been at Alpha Male for a couple of years now. I'd like to see him go to a camp that's really going to work on his stand-up. Like you look at like a Sanford MMA or something along those lines. By the way, we can agree that Kenny won that first round, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
So but Song landed some hard shots though. Because Kenny was smiling after a couple of those exchanges. He got clipped.
Shout out to my man Ricky, by the way, saying if you're watching, smash that like button. Ricky over at NSPN, always putting out some good content over there, and the whole group over there. Shout out to Eric and everyone else out there doing some great work over there at NSPN. We got Casey Kenny in the corner right now. Actually, I have the commentary on mute. I should probably put it on a little bit so I can hear what these guys are saying. Chris Carriasso in the corner of Casey Kenny as well. Former title challenger, fought Demetrius Johnson. So it's been a long-time coach, Casey Kenny.
Yeah,
good first round for both guys, you know? Look, Kenny like kind of toying with him a little bit.
You know what's a trip about the lab is that a lot of those guys left and went to fight ready. But I know. But they still have so many great fighters, man. I know. You know, usually when you leave, have guys, so many guys leave, especially a coach leave, it has a big impact. But it doesn't seem like it impacted them at all. They're good, man. Yeah.
By the way, did you see that exchange between Volkanovski and Ortega on the UFC thing? I just saw it today. No. They really went at it, man. You can see Volkanovski's like visibly pissed off. I've never seen him like that before at Ortega. Like
because I think he you know, he
I think he cares about
people
the
are like, he does.
And I think he's pissed too, because he feels like people see Ortega as this, you know, squeaky clean guy, but Volkanovski's like, no, that's not how he is. So we'll see. Very interesting. All right, round two. Again, Song coming out with a little bit more urgency.
Kevin Ioli giving the first round to Song. Interesting. Sean Sheehan giving it to Song Yadong too.
Really? Maybe there's something we're not seeing. We'll see.
Jordan Patu or whatever his name is.
Oh, forget him. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, a lot of people saying it's a lot of people scoring it for Song. Maybe it's because the commentary we don't have it. I don't know how you. Yeah, no, Aaron Bronstetter saying things.
I don't listen to the commentary.
Yeah, me neither. Maybe we missed it there. It looked to me like Kenny was landing more, and he got the one shot at the end. So we'll see how the judges score this. Again, it's a close fight. So
it is definitely close.
Oh,
but that
shot there by Kenny.
You gotta think.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me turn the commentary up a little bit.
But it wasn't a knockdown, actually.
No.
Kind of a slip.
That's why I told people, if you're going to bet this fight, bet the over or bet the fight goes to the decision prop, because you just never know with the judging. Plus, I don't think we'll see a finish here.
Song is doing a very good job keeping Kenny at bay, though, not letting him dart in too much. And if he does dart in, he comes with some flurries. Seems like he's having some problems with the distance right now. Kenny is.
Yeah.
Which is weird. He's got to kick, man. You got to kick more. There you go. Oh,
yeah.
Nice body shots by Song.
There's some nice, good body work there by Song Yadong.
But Kenny is doing a good job covering up and not getting hit in the head, though.
Yeah.
A lot of the shots are just hitting his arms or his hands. Very surprised that they haven't wrestled that much.
It might get to that point. We'll have to see how this round goes for Kenny, because if he is down, then maybe that's something you switch up in that third round.
Because Kenny, I would think Kenny is a better submission, guy than compared to Song, right?
Nice right hand by Casey Kenny. Yeah, DC talking about the speed in this fight. It's very evident these guys are well conditioned, man. Putting on a pretty good pace here. I'd like to see a significant strikes graphic coming up here soon, because I am curious about the strikes. There, now Kenny's going for the takedown, but it was stuffed.
So much movement.
So the live betting odds have Song up too. So maybe he did win that first round.
Yeah.
Keep in mind too, Cruz is doing commentary. Cruz just beat Casey Kenny, so keep that in mind as well. Maybe there's a little bias. I mean,
hater.
No.
Hater.
He could be, a little bit. You never know.
But then he also probably hates Song because he's from Team Alpha Male, so it bounces.
Could be that too. Well, no, they squashed that whole beef apparently, so they're all good.
Okay.
Because I asked Cruz about that in an interview. He's like, no, we're good. Good.
Well, Song, if you look at the significant strikes, he's outlanded Kenny by a lot, man. First round,
here we go. Yeah, I'm seeing that. Okay, 24-17, 25-16. Okay. Maybe we missed that. It happens.
Well, I guess Kenny needs to finish Song now.
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
Casey Kenny, I don't think he's ever lost back-to-back fights. Yeah. That'd be pretty bad for him. And I think conversely for Song Yadong, well, he's never lost either back-to-back fights. So there you go.
I think Song Yadong has a parachute that Kenny doesn't have. Song Yadong's from China. Yeah. He's young.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Nice kick there by Kenny. Front kick. His right hand. Yeah, it just seems like from what we're seeing here from the stats and everything that this is standing and Song Yadong is getting the better of the exchanges. If you're Casey Kenny, like we sort of talked about there, John, you got to switch things up in the third round. I mean, like you said, he's got to go for the finish. I think the best way to do that is ground and pound. He's not a one-punch knockout power type of guy, right? So I think that's your best bet.
And he's not. He just tried to go for a couple takedowns in that round, right? He couldn't get him down at all, not even close. I think that Casey thought, because he fought Alateng, right? And he beat up Alateng really bad, and kind of like a similar style fighter to Song Yadong, but he's having a lot of trouble. I think it's the distance, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the distance. You just can't get the distance right. And Song is just countering really well.
According to Nick Kalikas over at Circa, this fight is currently, live betting is currently even at -115, which is interesting. But then I'm seeing a lot of people saying that I think Song won that round, so it's interesting. Oh man, everyone writing up that Fiziev called out Hasbulla after the fight.
Of course, man, of course.
Gotta get that clickbait. Actually, I was reading, someone posted this screen grab, and I'll tell you who the journalist is after, but they interviewed a fighter on this card, and he said, "Oh, I think Conor McGregor's lost a step," and that was the headline of the interview. It had nothing to do, like, it was just the fighter saying this. It was a prelim fighter, and that was the story, was that he said that Conor McGregor was, had lost a step, and that was the story. It had nothing to do with the fighter fighting tonight or who he was fighting. It was that he said this about Conor McGregor. It's like, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, come on, like, these fighters, that fighter probably didn't want his name attached to that. He probably wanted to hear more about the fight. But anyways, third round underway. Yeah, Kenny needs a finish here, I think.
Oh man.
Yeah, nice leg kick there by Song Yadong. Kenny looking a little bit more urgent here, but we'll see if that translates.
Yeah, but that could open up a lot for Song Yadong,
I know,
though.
and he can make mistakes too, right?
Exactly. Man, Song Yadong's boxing, man, looking crisp tonight.
Yeah, his stand-up is looking better tonight.
Just kicked him like 3 times in a row to the stomach.
Getting those Rafael Fiziev kicks in, Song Yadong.
Yeah. I wonder what Kenny's corner said to him. Did they put that on there?
I think we might have missed it. Yeah.
Kenny looks like he's slowing down a little bit.
Kenny? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he is.
He's taking some damage. Oh, that was an opening right there, man.
See if you can do anything with it.
I think Song Yadong learned a lot from those split decisions. Like,
Probably,
even
yeah.
though he's winning the fight, he's still marching forward and putting the pressure on him.
Nice. Yeah, those leg kicks, man, they're adding up. Look at the back of Casey Kenny. It's just covered in red.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, look at this. Head kicks 46 to Kenny 33, 28 to 19 body shots, 15 to 11 leg kicks. Yeah, it is a big difference on the strikes for sure. So now Kenny's going for the takedown, but too late, man.
Even this round, it's the same thing. Just Kenny just can't get nothing going.
This was a tough fight to pick.
Yeah, I picked Kenny and completely wrong.
I did as well. But I was, I'm gonna be, unless something crazy happens, I'm gonna be right about the fight going the distance. I figured that's kind of the case of what was gonna happen here. So. Kenny should just go for like a flying knee or something crazy. Just, you never know.
Yeah, well, he's going for the takedown.
Spinning back fist, something crazy.
But Song Yadong is just, his sprawl's pretty juicy.
Yeah. Yeah, Kenny's really tired.
Yeah. Damn.
Song's looking nice and fresh. Doing the sort of the hand signal, like, what do you got? What do you got? 30 seconds left. Casey Kenny's going to lose. It's crazy. Like, if you think about the optics of this, Casey Kenny was a split decision away from beating Dominic Cruz, and now he's going to be losing 2 in a row.
Yeah.
It's like MMA, man. It is really a game of inches. Like, it's
he got a takedown with 4
Kenny?
seconds left. That just wasn't enough, man.
No.
But
Still not
like
enough.
you said, man, Texas judges, man. Texas judges.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Okay, so there we go. Fight's gone the distance. And Casey Kenny out there like he won. We'll see. I think it's going to be Song's fight. A little bit of blood over the right eye of Casey Kenny.
Yeah.
See what the judges think. How'd you guys score the fight?
Song has won controversial decisions himself, right? And then he had that draw, I believe. So will his luck continue or with the Texas judges?
I don't know. We'll see. How'd you guys score the fight? Let us know in the chat.
This can't be controversial, can it?
Yeah, good fight. Not an amazing fight, but good fight.
It was a good scrap.
Yeah, good scrap.
See, if Kenny won, he gets on the mic. You know who he calls out, right? Uriah Faber. He's in the cage. You got to call him out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He said him next, I think. Wasn't it him or someone said it? Yeah. So.
Like, that's the perfect time right there. But I don't think he's going to win this fight, though.
All right, just waiting for the decision here. Again, we're both expecting Song Yadong to take home the decision here. We'll see what the judges think. But it is Texas. And you look at the significant strikes there. So 24-17 round 1 for Song, 34-24 round 2, 48-33 round 3. So there you go. Proof's in the pudding right there. We'll see what they think here.
I'm going to try to hop off and try to fix my camera because it does seem like it's just like choppy, right?
Staggering a little bit? Yeah, no worries.
The sound is good, right?
Sounds perfect. Yeah, no worries.
All right,
let
me hop off real quick.
Yeah, got him off there. All right, it's just me in here. Here we go. Decision time. Kerry Atlee scores it 29-28. 29-28, Kenny? 29-28 Song. Chris Lee scores it 30-27. By split decision. Song Yadong. There you go. Yeah, the crowd's booing. I think Song Yadong was the rightful winner. We talked about the significant strikes. 30-20. Well, yeah. I would go 30-27. I don't have an issue with that. We did score the first fight for first round, I should say, for Casey Kenny, but I mean, it was a close round. And I mean, the significant strikes certainly favor Song Yadong. Let's hear what he has to say here in the post fight. We'll get to some questions here. So he's translating right now. Says he's really excited. He says, that's the real me in the cage there. I did much better. TC saying, the body kicks from the outside really paid dividends. I would agree with that. Look good. Is that the game plan coming in? And I'm assuming he's going to say yes. Spoiler alert. He did have that as his game plan. Oh, I think we got John back. What's up, buddy? How's everything?
Oh wait, let me see. Let me see.
Yeah, your camera seems a little grainier, but you do seem clear. Seems like it's not choppy.
I think I just fixed it. I think I fixed it now. It's good.
What did you think of the scorecards? Did you catch those or no?
I saw that it was a split decision, right?
Yeah. Only in
Texas.
Texas.
Was there any 30-27s?
Yeah, for Song Yadong there was, which whatever.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think Kenny was surprised, so I guess his corner thought differently.
There you go, Song Yadong. All right, let's get to some questions here, everyone. Talk about whatever you want. Be good if we could stick to this card, but see what you guys think here. Let's check it out. Get to some questions here. Lee Majors out here tonight. Okay, what do we got here as far as
Roger Clemens? No way.
Roger Clemens. Oh yeah, he's from Texas. Remember Roger Clemens? Yeah. Yeah, there he is. Still looks exactly the same. Let's see here. Song should get Song should get a top 15 opponent next. He's 6-1-1 in the UFC. I would agree with that. He will. Who just won Song or Kenny? Song ended up winning, split decision. We thought it should have been unanimous, but what are you going to do? It's Texas. There we go. If you're watching, hit the like. There you go. Who do you think won that fight? I think Song Yadong won the fight. If you look at the significant strikes, the proof's in the pudding there. I don't know how you could have scored that for Kenny, to be honest. That first round, John and I thought that Kenny won, but again, we'll have to go back and rewatch. The significant strikes show that Song did win that as well. Yeah, how do you think Duran Win and Izzy would look? I think Izzy would do quite well against him. Izzy can fight at 205. Duran is very undersized for that division. Do you think Colby will win? I think I would, if I was to put money on that fight, I would put it on Kamaru Usman. I think Colby has the ability to beat Kamaru Usman, though. We'll see. Don't have a problem with Song winning, but how did Casey get a 29-28 on the scorecards? I don't know. It's a good question. What is up, Aaron? How you doing, buddy? Congrats to my buddy Aaron. He's got a podcast with Ally Quinta called Call Me Al. You got to check it out. It's on YouTube. I think you just had James Krause on. Really good stuff there. So check it out. Thoughts on Makhachev and Chimaev? They're both good fights. Jiangling Li. Actually, I might try and get an interview with Lee if I can get a translator. I forgot he's part of Paradigm, so I'm going to look into that. And then, it could be a good fight. We'll see how Chimaev looks after having COVID. And for Makhachev fighting RDA, I think he probably wins a decision, but we'll see. RDA is a savage veteran. So your thoughts on that fight as well? Both those fights.
Chimaev, and man, that's going to be an interesting fight. I think a lot of people are counting out Lee, but I'm going to interview him too. I'm going to actually interview him pretty soon. I want to get thoughts on him and Chimaev coming back from COVID. And he had that, like it looked like he had that cut on his neck from the ventilator or whatever. I don't know if any fighter has done that, even if that's even true, if that's just a rumor. I would like to know more about that, man. I would like to talk to him about that. But anyways, what is it?
Makhachev, I think it's how you say it now. I used to say Islam Makhachev. That's how it sounded to me, but apparently it's Makhachev.
Even DC calls him Makhachev.
Okay, well, let's just call him Makhachev. Let's just make it easy on everyone, and we can get the angry fans at us later. So.
I got RDA in that fight. You know what I mean? I got RDA.
We talked about this. Yeah, we'll preview that fight when it comes up on the Fantasy Fanatics MMA podcast one of these days here soon. So, who else we got here? Song versus O'Malley next. Sure. Well, I mean, I like neither. It. Yeah, but I think O'Malley's. Well, I guess if Song's ranked, which he should be, I don't know. We'll see. I want O'Malley to fight a ranked opponent. I think Rafael Sunsao is the opponent for O'Malley.
Well, I guess they offered O'Malley a fight for New York, right? Most likely Frankie Edgar.
Yeah. And, right. Yeah. I think
O'Malley, he declined the fight, I think, because he doesn't want to fight in New York, because New York takes too many. I saw some clip or something like that, and when he was talking about the reasons why he doesn't want to fight in New York, and it's understandable, man. Like, you don't want to give up most of your money. And I heard Texas, if you fight there, they take what? They don't take barely anything from you. You know what I mean? So it's a good place to fight too, Texas. But I think O'Malley.
I just noticed this. Chidi and Njokuani is going to be on Contender Series. That's pretty cool. He used to fight in Bellator. Yeah. Remember Chidi and Njokuani? Yeah, they just showed the graphic for Contender Series. Sorry, I was getting distracted by that. Let's see what we got here as far as other stuff in the chat. So we had some spammers. I had to get rid of them here. Who you guys taking tonight in the main event? We're both taking Ciryl Gane in the main event. I think he gets it done.
Oh, he is. He is fighting. Even
Chidi and Njokuani, yeah.
There's a guy named Bruno Correa fighting on the Contender Series.
Is he from Korea?
No, but he's Brazilian. Not. I remember, I was supposed to interview him a while back, but yeah, he's Brazilian, but his name is Correa, spelled just like Korea. So
there's an American fighter named Tom Canada that I thought was interesting. Anyways.
Well, there's a fighter named James Lynch.
I saw that, and everyone was tweeting me. I was on vacation. I got all these mentions here. They're like, you got to interview him. Maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyways, Angela Hill Tishatora is going to be coming up here soon. We'll see what happens. I'm serious. I'll interview that guy. It's not a problem as well.
It's like James Lynch, James Lynch here, joined by James Lynch. You know what I mean? Like,
okay. I got one even better for you. There's a James Lynch broadcast. You remember Q13 Fox? You used to live in Seattle, right? Remember Q13 Fox, the news network? There's an African American named James Lynch who's a sports broadcaster for them. I don't know if he still does it, but he did. But I noticed that because I don't know. I was looking up something like an old interview of mine, and somehow his name came up. So it was interesting. Gane will follow the game plan Wash JDS and Wash Hunto did on Lewis, but even more effectively. This is the thing with Ciryl Gane, where a lot of people are like, "Well, Lewis, he's got the power. Look what he did to Curtis." I don't think Gane's that type of guy to make a mistake like Curtis did. Gane is like you saw it in the packages leading up. This guy is so smart. He learned so quickly. This guy, was it 3 years ago he started doing MMA? Like, it's crazy to see where he is. It's just unprecedented. So we'll see. Anyone can be knocked out, right, at any point, but I think Gane has got a good chance here tonight. We'll see.
I think if Gane is this, because I don't know, watching like the embeddeds and following, you know, how they follow him around, is Gane, like, is this moment too big for him? We don't know yet until he steps into the cage, right? But I see that's the only reason he would lose this fight. You know, it makes
I don't know if it's a big moment thing though, because he's fought how many? Then they say it's his third straight.
But it's all in the apex. Like,
That's
what kind
true.
of moment is that? You know what I mean? Like, you're in an arena with nobody. You know, like, the Black Beast has been in main events. He's been in title fights before.
Yeah, well, he's been in one title fight, but yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So like Gane, I see him winning the fight. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, there's you know, talking points heading into this fight for Gane. Is this moment too big for him? You know what I mean? You know, is he nervous, you know, heading into this? Can he, you know, will he make mistakes because of that? That's the thing. That's because, you know, the Black Beast is his only way, or his
win is by knockout.
Yeah, exactly. You know, one punch.
He's likely not winning. It would have been followed closely by, well, not closely, followed way behind by decision, and then submission would be very unlikely. So we'll see. Angela Hill walking the cage right now. We'll turn off the questions for that. Let's get a few more. I loved it when Thiago Moises said he was going to knock out Islam, yet he got mauled. What's a fighter going to say? Is he going to say, you know what, I'm going to go in this fight and I'm probably going to get out wrestled? He's not going to say that. I'd rather someone, yes, I know to the average fan that sounds silly, but look, Makhachev has been knocked out before. He thought he could do it. You know, no shame there. I never get people like that. Also, Thiago Moises is one of the nicest guys ever. Winner of Aldo Munoz getting Sandhagen. Maybe, but I think Sandhagen should fight Rob Font. That would be my opinion as well. You can see Angela beating Tisha. Angela's improved since the first fight. That's where I'm going to. I think Angela Hill wins the decision here tonight. Either way, she's always in close, controversial fights. That's just an Angela Hill fight, typically. It's
I think Tisha Torres goes in there and dominates and wins a decision.
Okay, we'll see. This is what I like. John and I disagreeing on something. It'll be interesting.
And going back to Aldo Munoz, if Aldo wins, I see him fighting TJ. I don't think TJ is going to get the next title shot, because I think TJ will have to wait, and he's injured right now too. I think he's recovering from surgery, so I could see him when he comes back not fighting for the title and fighting Aldo. Think about Aldo versus TJ. That's a great fight right there. You know, you can't wait for it to be a title fight. You need to put those fights together when you can. I see it happening. I see Aldo getting like the treatment. You know what I mean? Like, why would you not give him that treatment? He's a legend.
Wow, look at the tough corner here. Got Raquel Pennington. You've got Heather Jill Clark. So anyway, any update on Kattar? I haven't heard anything. I'd love to get an interview with Calvin Kattar. I think I put a request in a few times now. He's not doing many interviews these days.
Yeah, me too. I've put.
And here's the worst part: we could talk about golf. Kattar loves golfing. That's an incentive in itself to come do an interview with me. You're not going to get asked that in every interview. So there we go. Let's see, what else do we got here? Thoughts on the cringe trash talk between Hill and Tisha? Yeah, I did see that. So Hill accusing Tisha of getting kicked out of a gym for steroids. I want to know which gym that was, though. Was it American Top Team? Oh, it was ATT.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, underneath that post, I read, I just scrolled down, because I'm usually not on Instagram too much, but I scrolled down and it has Nina Nunez. She's written down there that Tisha Torres is beloved at American Top Team. She never got kicked out. And then Amanda Nunez writes below there also, like, she wants to know who said this. Who's the person that said this to Angela Hill?
Angela Hill, you know, again, I am picking her to win tonight. She says a lot of dumb things sometimes, so it wouldn't surprise me that this is all made up, because Tisha's been accused of taking steroids her entire career, because she looks like a friggin' beast. But I mean, she's been here throughout the entire USADA thing. She looked like this in Invicta.
Yeah,
you know,
she did.
So
she's always been like very ripped, you know what I mean, the whole time. So I don't understand the whole like accusations thing.
Tail of the tape here. Sorry guys, we're gonna cut off questions here. Tisha Torres 31, Angela Hill 36. Forgot there's a big age gap there. 5'1" for Tisha Torres, 5'3" for Hill. 60.5 inch reach, 64.5 inch reach for Angela Hill. So Hill gonna be the bigger fighter. That's another reason I like her in this fight. I know she did lose the first one, but Hill improved tremendously since then. You know, especially training at Alliance, she's looked a lot better here. So that's where we're at right now.
You know, the training at Alliance is not very good. Like, I think a lot of fighters, I think there was a few fighters that were going to train at Alliance, but they just couldn't like have like regular scheduled training. Like, it wasn't like something that was like a normal training camp. So
it could be a little bit loose. I've heard that at a few camps. Yeah, that it's not as structured. So Yeah, teach their own. Well, there was a big surge of guys that went and trained there a couple of years ago and then all left. Remember, there was like Miles Jury. I think Jury still does train there a bit. Michael Chandler was there for a bit. Do you remember that?
Yeah, exactly. He started out there, I believe, right?
Johnny Case. Yeah, there's a whole bunch that was there, and then they all left at once, and there was something weird that happened, and yeah, I don't know. So
No, I think it's because of the restrictions too in San Diego.
oh, that people are leaving there, as well. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, because I'm guessing if Heather Jo Clark is in the corner, she trained in either Utah or Colorado. I think Colorado. That's where Heather Jo Clark's from.
Yeah, Tisha Torres. No. That's Tisha Torres we're talking about, right?
Yeah, sorry, Tisha Torres, but in the corner is Heather Jo Clark, who's from Colorado. I'm pretty sure that's
they're all in Colorado. There's a bunch of girls in Colorado right now. Miranda Maverick going to Team Elevation. I think that's a great move.
Oh, she did. I didn't see that. Oh,
yeah, she announced it last week, I think.
We got Mike Beltrain, aka Dr. Robotnik from Sonic the Hedgehog, doing the refereeing. Okay, Ariani. What? Talk about job security. Ariani's been the ring girl forever.
But she's looked the same. You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
What do you if you're a ring girl, you're based on your looks, right? Like, so she's never changed. Even she had a baby too, I believe, right?
She did. Looks great.
Yeah.
All right, round one underway. Tisha Torres, Angela Hill. I'll let you take away some of the commentary. I'm trying to remember when their first fight was. I'm going to go look at that right now.
We got Angela Hill coming forward. Tisha Torres. Okay. Nice little combo.
Tisha Torres beat Angela Hill at UFC 188 in June of 2015. So it's been a while. Obviously, there's been a lot since then, including a 4-fight losing streak for Tisha Torres in that span.
I think Tisha Torres has the speed advantage, right? And but the thing is, like, I think Angela Hill, if she could counter off the kicks and catch her like that, I think it'll work really well. But man, that speed, when she bursts in, she lands a lot of combinations with that, and that's how she wins a lot of fights, actually.
And yeah, sorry, I just wanted to quickly mention, just because I saw this in the chat, Kiesa Luque winner gets a title shot. No, obviously Colby's fighting, and then I think after that there needs to be one more fight in between there for whoever, whether it's they fight Gilbert Burns. If Luque wins, obviously not him, but maybe Kiesa and Burns or Leon Edwards in the mix as well. So there's a lot of moving pieces that have to happen. Yeah. Anyways, back to this fight.
Nice little trip takedown for Angela Hill. But
if they had an atomweight division, Tisha Torres would be probably the champ.
She could, definitely. There would be. I think a lot of girls. I think a lot of girls would go down to atomweight. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Look at Torres on her back. She's like scared or something.
Oh, she's so small.
I know, but she's muscular, man. Like I've seen her. I've been at a few of her fights. She's pretty strong. Look at Angela Hill though, doing her thing. And Angela Hill trying to go
get that takedown.
Oh, she got the takedown. Yeah, there you go.
She's right back up, man.
Of course, Angela Hill coming out that really dominant win over Ashley Yoder in her last fight. Although Yoder lost her last fight as well, so I don't know how much.
Yeah, Yoder seems like she's on a downward trajectory right now, right? She's lost to who was an atomweight in Jin Yu.
Yeah, she lost to Jin Yu Frey.
So, nice counter right hand by Angela Hill.
But
not really capitalizing off of it. She's just too focused on trying to catch those kicks.
Yeah.
She needs to just keep it standing and land punches.
Yeah, it's a good point, DC, that Hill got tagged there and almost got tagged. She wasn't really looking.
Oh, and that's a big foot. Yeah, it's just trying to time those counter right hands off those kicks.
This is one of those fights I wonder why they put on the pay-per-view, to be honest. 10 and 12. They're not, this is not going to be like a finish, most likely. It seems a little odd that they put this one in here, but it's their own, I guess. Like, I would have put Fiziev and Green on the main card. I know they wanted a nice main event for the prelims for the ESPN Plus.
She caught her with the right hook.
Who, Hill?
No, Angela. Angela Hill with the takedown attempt. Oh, no, I mean Tisha Torres.
Oh, yeah.
Man, Tisha Torres is throwing hard right now.
Yeah.
You think she's in her feelings about the comments?
Could be, yeah. Maybe she's thinking of the Instagram post.
Yeah, afterwards.
Yeah.
Spinning back fist. And that was not a good spinning back fist.
Yeah.
Oh,
Torres-
nice uppercut. Torres is landing some good combinations. I think this is a close round, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Torres is
Nice
looking a little bit
counter.
better in the stand-up, to be honest. And again, keep in mind, Cruz on the commentary. Where does he train? Trains with Angela Hills. Just keep that in mind when you're listening to the commentary.
Oh.
Nice
Lots
spinning
of
back fist
spinning.
by Hill. That was good.
Lots of spinning.
I got to see the strikes. I feel like Torres might have won that one. Let's see what Twitter
Yeah,
thinks.
that's a close round.
Let's see what people think.
Have you ever drank that body armor stuff?
Body armor. I had the water version of it. I haven't had the flavored one that they have there because they had it at one of the UFC events.
Oh, really?
Wow. So Tisha Torres minus 385 live odds after round one, which is interesting. So obviously a lot of people thought she won round one. Yeah, I think Hill's got to know she's down here. They're showing the replays right now. Hill's husband in her corner. Sam Alvey approach. Gotta have your spouse in there. Unified MMA on Fight Pass. I love it. That's awesome. Unified, for those who don't know, a promotion out of Alberta. That's where Tanner Bozer came out of. I'm excited to watch that event. That'll be good. You know, they're kind of competition to Rise FC, but that's okay. Canadians got to stick together. You know what I mean? There we go. Round two.
All right.
Torres landing a lot of nice kicks there.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of people are scoring it for Torres, huh?
Yeah.
Nice hook kick.
Yeah. This has been like a kickboxing fight, basically. Start of this round anyways.
It just shows you how good Invicta is, because both these girls come from Invicta, right?
Yeah,
And
Jim West talked about this. The most successful women's fighters, for the most part, are ones that come through Invicta. Although there's a few exceptions to the rule, Valentina, Joanna, right? But
yeah,
if you look at if you look at the majority, well, North American, I guess would be a good way to put it. A lot of them are through Invicta, and Jim brought that up as an example, and he's right. You know, because Aspen came through there, and it's been a couple. I think Rose Namajunas, she's the champ. Yeah. She was basically raised in that promotion. Like I remember her like early on. I remember that crazy flying submission. She landed. Oh,
nice right hook.
Let's see what we got here. Yeah, that was a good right hook. By Hill.
When you watch fighters like Hill and Torres, right? Very high skilled, right? Strikers, great strikers. Yeah. But they're just missing that factor, right? It's just
I know.
like
it's like they're just going through the motions. You know, like they're doing the striking. It's kind of like on autopilot. Like this is almost like if there was like a computer simulation. Like nothing really like crazy happens.
Yeah,
but that's match. Yeah, like you don't see like. You know, with Fiziev, for example, when you watch him fight, you know, at any moment there could be a knockout. You don't really get that with these women, and it's not a sexist thing or anything. It's just that you just don't see it by either fighter. It's unless it goes to the ground, right? Usually you're going to see when it comes to the stand-up, just whoever's, you know, lands the shots faster, or whoever, you know, gets the more significant shots there.
So it just shows you how much of an anomaly Jessica Andrade is.
And Valentina and, you know, and Joanna even. Like, Joanna's a lot more active in this, you know?
Yeah. But just Jessica Andrade, you know what I mean? Like her.
Oh, I know. The one punch knockout. Like she knocked out Caroline in the first round. Remember that? Like you just don't see that happen.
That body shot to Chukagan, that was nasty. Like when's the last time you saw a body shot like landed by a female fighter that did that type of damage?
I can't even think of one. To be honest,
man. Like Jessica Andrade, man. people are gonna like. I think people don't appreciate her as much, or they should as much as they
Well, she
should.
got a title shot off that, so I think there's got to be some appreciation after
I know,
one
but
fight
I'm
at
saying
flyweight. But yeah,
from
oh,
like
you mean the
fans,
fans? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We'll see. She's got a. That's why I love that fight against Calvillo. Calvillo's tough. She's like a Diaz brother.
People are in love with like certain female fighters, right? They just love certain fighters. It's just that's what it is.
Well, some of them like them for different reasons, but yes, I know what you mean for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, oh man, they're going at it, man.
Yeah,
they're
I was gonna say this round's
now.
a lot more action packed. They're really going at it right now. They really look like they're like, I don't like each other. Let's go for it. Yeah, this is what we want. This is why you're on the paper. You're in a UFC pay-per-view. Let's they're showing it right now. Looking good here. And by the way, Torres 10, Hill 12. So,
Torres is outstriking Hills tremendously.
Yeah.
34-16 in the second round right now.
Jesus. Yeah, it looks like I was wrong about this one, but there's been a few on this card I've gotten right. Yeah, pretty action-packed fight here between two vets, right? Two fighters that really need to do something impressive if they want to get to that. Because, right now at the top with Rose, I mean, it's kind of, there's not a lot going on up there, right? I don't know what's taking so long.
I think Torres should get a big name next, though. She needs. I think she should get a top 5 fighter next.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Like put her
Fight
up
Joanna.
There.
Joanna needs to get a fight.
Fight Zhang Wei Li. You know what I mean? Like, did they fight already?
No, they haven't fought. No.
Yeah, so why not put them?
Don't think that would go very well for Torres, but we'll see. Her stand-up looks a lot better tonight, so we'll see.
But the thing is, Torres will engage. She'll make it an exciting fight. With
exactly. Yeah.
And Joanna. So I would like to see that.
I don't think Torres has been finished before.
Oh, that was a trip.
Yeah, she's never been finished.
Oh, damn. She got an amount with like seconds left.
Yeah.
But not really doing much damage, though.
No, that was another Torres round. Hill needs a finish if she wants to get this.
The fight is not over yet, though.
I know. But that's what I'm saying. But we got to go with the stats here, John, right? Like,
yeah, of course.
Angela Hill, I'm just going to point this out, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything. She does have a third round finish, but it was a doctor stoppage cut against Ariane Carnelossi. But other than that, Ariane, it was back in 2019. Carnelossi, I believe that's how you say it. I don't know. Anyways, probably Angela Hill's 36. Yeah. It's finish or bust here for Angela Hill. Even the biggest Angela Hill fans, I think, have to know that. Because she's beloved. People they really love her. Because she's like into anime and all that stuff. Like Ben Folks, for example, he bought like an Angela Hill shirt. He was talking about it on his podcast or something. I just saw something on social media about it. I don't follow Ben Folks, but there's some people who they love Angela Hill, like they're totally into. I'm not one of those people.
He has a decent podcast. I listen to it from time to time.
Not a fan. Teach their own, but it's because he's a lot of dry humor. Not
really that's what I'm saying. Like some of the dry humor actually is funny though. Like not all of it, but some of it is funny.
Yeah.
And then he has his little cult following, so they get it. Like anime, dude. Like I've never watched anime. I'm Asian. I don't even like it. Like
I've watched a little bit,
but into anime. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
teach their own. Everyone's got hobbies,
Where'd you grow up? Like, I don't understand how anime became.
See, I wasn't a comic books guy. I was a video game guy. So that's why I like my video games.
I don't even like comic books. Like, never was a comic books, anime, video games. Of course, I don't even know anybody that did not play video games growing up. Like, is that
they were sheltered? I don't know.
Yeah, they were sheltered.
They were. They didn't go to the arcade and.
You didn't have a Nintendo. You didn't have a.
I had a
Sega,
Nintendo.
Come on, like those are.
All right, third round. By the way, we got to talk about this fight. They're the clinch against the cage right now. Hill, I assume, is trying to get this to the ground and get a submission, but Torres, tough as nails here. By the way, how much you want to bet that Angela Hill's going to say that Tisha's on steroids in this fight after the fight and say that's why she's lost? I bet that's going to happen.
No way. Would she say that?
Of course she would. Seems like something she'd do.
All right, like her stitch now.
She always she's had decisions that I think I think there was a few that could have gone her way, but there's been some other ones where it's like you didn't win that, and her and all her following were like, oh, she absolutely won that fight. And it's like, I don't know. I think you like her. That's
you
why
expect that from her following.
No,
right?
no, I know. It's like Giga Chikaze saying Marvin Vettori beat Israel. Like, come on, dude. I get it. You're his teammate, but he didn't win that fight. Anyways, Torres landing some more good shots there. Angela Hill visibly tired, although she's coming forward. Torres lands again. I think what's really getting Hill is she's coming in and she's getting hit a lot.
Yeah, she
And
is.
Torres is just doing everything. Yeah, Torres is looking good, man. Considering she had a 4-fight losing streak, she's looked good in these last couple of fights. Remember Sam Hughes? She basically she
She
took her out
stopped
pretty
her,
good.
right?
Stopped her, yeah, early.
Dr. Savage. It seems like Torres is coasting a little bit now. I don't like that.
No, you gotta go to the final bell. You never know with these judges, right?
Exactly. You're in Texas.
Apparently, Rafael Fiziev said at the press conference, says a fight without fans is like sex without a condom. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Good
He
for
said
him,
that
man.
earlier in like some Q&A thing.
Guy's a treasure.
Yeah.
I want to get one of those hats. Those look pretty cool that he wears. I don't know what it's called. Those Russian hats. I feel like that'd keep you warm during the winter. Anyways, back to the fight. Torres landing another kick. Hill getting her up against the cage, and then they're brawling a bit again. This is more of what we saw in the second round. So these ladies are bringing it. And you can just see it on their faces. These two do not like each other at all.
Come on, let's do one of those Max Holloway, Ricardo Lamas.
Yeah, let's get something going here. Again, I know you guys got questions. We'll answer them after this fight. I want to focus on the fight, describe the fight for those who might not be watching and want to know what's going on here. Torres with another head kick. Yeah, it's been this fight's mainly been standing, and it's all Tecia Torres in this one. She's looked good. This might be one of her better fights, I'd say.
Yeah.
And like the pace of both of them, I think training in Denver has definitely helped Tecia. You can see the cardio's on point here right now as we got on my clock, 1:40 left. So
Angela Hill just passed Joanna Jędrzejczyk for most time in the octagon as a strawweight.
Because all of her fights go the distance. That's why. You got to remember that. Like, I'd like to know the least amount of octagon time with the most amount of fights. Like, it's got to be someone who,
That's a good stat, yeah.
Yeah, like Ronda Rousey for a while there. She had that when she was, you added up all her fights, it was like 50 seconds in that run she went on.
But this is a little bit more closer round with strikes, though. That second round is like she double up on significant strikes.
Yeah, significant strikes tell the story of this fight for sure. I was wrong about this one, John. I was wrong. But
Torres is slowing down, though. She looks pretty tired.
30 seconds. She's got this. Unless something crazy happens. Unless we got a judge looking at their phone again, right? Like, I think she's probably going to take this one. We'll see.
Let's see the Rolling Thunder. Come on, Hill. Takedown by Torres. This is locked in.
There you go.
Dude.
Sealed the deal.
Man. Hill back up, though. Seconds left.
8 seconds left. Yeah, Angela Hill has this one. Or sorry, yeah, Tecia Torres has this one. Little Freudian slip there. So there we go. Tecia Torres likely getting the decision. We'll see what the judges say here, everyone. Again, we will get to your questions after they give the official decision here. Appreciate you tuning in here. My name is James Lynch. He is JHK. You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Lynch on Sports. You can follow John on Twitter and Instagram at JHK MMA. John's channel is called Kumite TV. Does some great interviews every week. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. That's an easy way to support the channel. And if you're watching on Facebook, welcome from the Next Gen Facebook page. Appreciate all the support and everyone tuning in here. So they're just showing the replays here. Torres really landing a clinic here in this one. It's interesting, though. You don't see a ton of damage on Hill's face. I mean, she definitely got hit a lot, but maybe she's just one of those people who doesn't, bruise easily, right? I don't know.
Yeah, isn't that? Look at Hill. She didn't even look like she got in a fight.
I know. Hill thinking
She's not
she
even
won.
sweating.
I guess you have to, right? It went the distance, but. There you go. Even Anik says, unless something crazy happens, Tecia Torres is going to win. Waiting for the official decision.
Oh, it's dominant. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I can hear it on your thing that Tisha won. So there you go. It is Tisha Torres winning. Was it unanimous? Yeah, I'm assuming it was.
Yeah, it was 30-27, 30-27, 29-28.
Not surprised there. So we'll hear what Tisha has to say in terms of her post-fight comment and who she wants to fight. Are they going to give her that? Yeah, I guess so. Did a really good job using your footwork. So I can hear it through your screen. It's great.
Man, 9. Only one other person has more.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Oh. Yeah. Just looking at the highlight package, man, she clipped her good a lot.
All right, let's see what does Tisha want. Let's hear what she has to say. She wants a top 5 fight. Who's she dedicating the fight to?
Grandma.
Oh, her grandma. All right. Good time to move on. Not trying to be insensitive, but we got some questions to answer here in the chat here. Let's keep them coming, everyone. We're just waiting for the next fight, which will be Vicente Luque and Michael Chiesa. See, this is what I'm talking about. This card, I know, doesn't have a lot of people are not happy with some of the fights in here. This is a great fight. Chiesa and Luque, like 50-50 fight. It's a very, very, very interesting matchup. So we're going to break that down in a second here, but let's get your questions in here if you guys have any. Chell says all the time you can get in front of the fans. So, Tisha is blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Tisha's decisions queen, all but 2 fights went to the scorecards in her career. Yeah, I think that was an easy bet. I actually looked at the fight goes the distance prop in this fight. I think it was like -421 or something crazy like that. We got Lauren Murphy in the crowd shot there. How mad will MMA Twitter be if Colby stops Usman and becomes the champ? Oh yeah, they'll be very mad. They'll be very mad. Yeah. They'll turn the whole world upside down. Everyone would be mad. It'd be nuts. So,
people are mad no matter what. Like anybody could win the title. People are mad. They don't care, right? Just
it doesn't make a difference.
It's so funny that MMA Twitter is such a thing.
A lot of people are not mentioning if Colby wins, there'll be an immediate trilogy. The division will be held up for another year. You think there'll be? It depends how he wins. You think they'll give him a rematch right away? We'll see.
I think so.
That could happen.
I think they'll give him a rematch.
Colby loses, though. A lot of people talk about that. What the heck's he going to do from there? Like, I don't even know.
Exactly.
Where does he go from there? What does he do? What's his next move? It's always something business related, right? What would he do there? Does Tisha deserve a top 5 fight? I think Nina Nunes is a great opponent. Yeah, is she ready to come back? I guess so. Did she? Oh, or she fought already, right? Nunes? I got to get my... Yeah, because she fought because the whole thing was that she had the new last name, right? That was the big thing. Yeah, she lost to Mackenzie Dern. She got submitted in the first round. Of course. How could I forget? That was back in April. Yeah, top 5. Who's in the top 5 right now? Strawweight. Let's have a quick look here. So top 5 is Zhang Li, Joanne Jacek, Carlos Esparza, Yan Shonan, Marina Rodriguez, and Mackenzie Dern. They're both tied at 5. So Dern and Rodriguez are fighting. Esparza's out there. It doesn't make sense. So Esparza should fight for the title, I think. That last one.
Jan's the fight.
Yeah, Jan's the fight. Absolutely. You got it. You got it. Will Chiesa be the first to have a boring fight with Luque? No, I think it'll be a good fight.
Yeah.
If Gane beats Lewis, is there the same game plan versus Francis? I think they're different fight. Well, Francis is a little bit more mobile than Derrick, right? So I could see the game plan being a bit different. That we'll see. People are mad no matter what. That's true. People are never satisfied. Ever since he went to Colorado, that gym now has Usman, Justin, and the Jewel Rose. Well, yeah, Justin and Rose have always been there, but yeah. Does Dern sub Rodriguez? I wouldn't put it past Mackenzie Dern. She's got probably the best jiu-jitsu in that division, right? Who's got better jiu-jitsu than her? That's strawweight.
Who, Dern?
Yeah.
Nobody. I think she does have the best. I think she's becoming a dual threat, to be honest with you, Dern, as she's working more with Perillo, right? And working on her stand-up. I think she's not the best. And Rodriguez fighting her now is probably the best opportunity because Dern might not be so polished at her stand up, where Rodriguez could take advantage of her and then
Exactly.
even maybe finish her,
Rodriguez
you
is
know what I mean?
good. She's very good.
And
We
she
saw what
got
she did to
power.
him.
She showed you she has power too. So that's a fun fight. I like that fight. That's a good fight right there.
Luke does Dern. Oh yeah, we already talked about that. Luke K is a beast. I'm a 170 pounder, so he's my vision of an ideal person to beat. Okay, are you a fighter? Well, you got to let us know here. Yeah, Luke K is a beast. He's tough. Very underrated. Does get hit a bit though. That is a bit concerning. Remember when he fought Mike Perry? There's been a few other fights. Nico Price. We'll see.
He's
Not
been
the
hit a
Kies.
lot,
Yeah.
you know, but it doesn't seem like it affects him, you know, as yet. You know, we haven't seen it affect him right now. So, but the thing is, I think this fight, it's a big spot for Chiesa more than it is for Luque. Chiesa, this is a spot where he can go in there, and if he finishes Luque, it's like a breakout fight, right? For real, like a breakout fight, like a fight that puts the division on notice. Not like his last couple of fights. I think Luque is at the top of his game right now. If he could beat him, if he could sub him, you know what I mean? What if he could knock him out? That would be just insane to see tonight.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's gonna happen. I got Luque in this fight.
Let's see. What do we got here? Who should Rosenstrike fight? He's fighting Curtis Blades in a few months. Sorry, I missed Tony's comment here. If Pedro wins, who would be next? Again, those guys are all kind of in that mix. I think the winner of this fight, if Pedro wins, he's going to get in that Rob Font, whatever type conversation, Corey Sandhagen, those types of fights, I think, next. So, because I think, safe to say TJ is probably getting the title shot, although, we'll see. Because it's good. They got to do Jan and Sterling. And then, TJ's next, and then after that, they'll have a fight, I'm sure, to determine the next one after that. So we'll see. Kess has won 4 in a row since he had that moment about going up to welterweight. Luque has won 8 of his last 9. That's right. A lot on the line here for both guys. It's going to be interesting here. Did you see Connor's tweet roasting DC before he deleted it? I did see it. Because he said, what was it? I can't remember. It was something about, what was it?
It's a cry for help.
Cry for help, and then he posted a photo of DC. This cry for help, if I ever seen one, it was just a photo of DC doing his broadcasting thing. I don't get it.
I don't get it either, because DC's probably living the best life he's ever lived, right now. And why would you even say that? I think Connor's bored. He's sitting there watching the fights in a cast, and he can't move around. What else are you gonna do, right? Keep people,
he's got
keep your mouth. Keep you in the headlines, tweet about stuff. And there's gonna be a bunch of people writing up, headlines off that, right?
This guy says that he trains at Adrenaline Training Center with Mark Hominick. So you must have liked Malcolm Gordon's win a few weeks ago. That was pretty good. Who are you, man? We got to know here. You can't just be a mass person here. That's how you promote yourself. Gotta introduce yourself here. Let's see. Let's keep the questions coming, everyone. We missed your question. You can throw it back in here if you want. We missed a bunch during the broadcast. Luque is now walking out here. What music has he got? It probably sounds like he's probably got his buddy Gilbert Burns in his corner, I would imagine.
Penne walked out to Journey. I like that.
That too. Luque, first fight since he's been a dad, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
The last fight
was when you got the dad.
You got the kids.
Vibes. Yeah. It's a different story.
Luque's such a nice guy too.
Yeah, really nice guy. He's got Gilbert in his corner. He's got his coach from Cerrado MMA. Now he's just doing his camps fully in Brazil because his family's there.
Yeah, which makes sense.
But he still has Henry Hoof watching all his film from training and everything. So it's always good that they keep that door open and and they're really tight. I mean, some guys they just leave and they don't have no connection. But Henry Hoof, he seems like one of the nicest people in the world, man. I've never got to interview him.
So I did, and I'll tell you the story. And I don't mind mentioning this because he is a really nice guy from what I've heard as well. But I was at UFC Buffalo. He was there for Rumble Johnson, and I was like, hey man, you got a second? I just want to do an interview. He's like, well, where are you from? What outlet are you from or whatever? And I was actually repping Sportsnet, which is huge outlet here in Canada. And I had to kind of convince him to do the interview, and that kind of was off-putting. It's like asking me like who are you? What do you want to do an interview with me for? It's like I'm obviously credentialed, like I'm not some random guy. So that was kind of a little bit whatever, but he was okay. He was a nice guy, but he was that was the only small experience I've had with him. So everyone I've talked to says he's great. You look at the stable of fighters they have, nothing but respect for that. But I thought that was kind of funny. I actually have that interview on this channel. Here, if you look it up, it's an old
and he doesn't really do many interviews either.
No,
you don't really see him.
I haven't seen him do none recently. other than
so
like at an event. So maybe that's it too. All
you
right,
gotta
tail of the
convince him.
tape here. Going to take a look at this. It should be coming up here in a second. Or are they doing the, or did I miss it? I think I missed it. But they are doing the announcements right now, I think. Oh no, Kiesa's coming out. Never mind. I jumped the gun here. What's Kiesa coming out to? Let's listen.
I don't know.
He's rapping to something or
Sam Alvey.
I didn't know
not Sam Alvey.
Sam Cecilia. I didn't know Kiesa was born in Colorado. I thought he was always born in the. There's Austin Arnett in his corner, Sam Cecilia. His two longtime friends and training partners.
Rick Little.
Rick Little. Just leave it at that. Rick Little is the coach.
Yeah.
Always looks like he's like upset about something.
But he did most of his camp at Syndicate.
Yeah, in Vegas. Yeah.
He's done most of his camps at Syndicate the last few times, I believe.
I got some guy in the chat saying, I asked you before, would you ever mind having me on to co-host for you with one of these things to pick? I don't know who you are, man. I got to go with people I know. You know, JHK is my buddy, so go with him. But if you DM me on Instagram, maybe I'll consider it. But I like having people on here I know, you know, because what if you go on here, you're a disaster. You got to think of the people here, you know? So anyways, Michael Chiesa with the short hair tonight. He's a big dude, man. I remember he was in Calgary cornering Austin Arnett. I remember seeing him walking down the street, and he looks like a 205er. Like how tall is he? He's like 6 foot something.
Yeah.
He's a big guy. I don't know how he ever made 55. He is 6'1". I think he's bigger than that, though, honestly, because I'm 6 feet tall. He's definitely taller than me. Well, he's like a little bit taller, but still. So there we go. The guy from Adrenaline does not want to tell us his name. He says he's from Southern Ontario. I used to live in Toronto. I lived there for 10 years. I'm born and raised in Vancouver, which is where I am right now. So there we go. Both gentlemen walking to the cage right now. Going to get my timestamp ready. So we got that going. We'll hold off questions right now. We got Terrence McKinney tweeting for Chiesa. Terrence trains out of the Pacific Northwest as well. He's obviously excited. There's that photo of Terrence McKinney when he was like a kid with Michael Chiesa. So it's kind of cool that they're both in the UFC now. A really big fight here. I mean, it would be great for the division if Chiesa won, just to see sort of the, you know,
because then it opens up like fights with like Wonder Boy. You know, I mean, there's a lot of fights for him if he beats.
So Chiesa 33, Luque 29, 6'1" to 5'11", 75.5 inch reach, 75.5 inch reach. So the reach is the same. Chiesa a little bit taller at 6'1" to 5'11", and Chiesa a little bit older at 33 years old. I love this fight, John. I can't wait for this one. It's gonna be great. Bruce Buffer doing the introductions here. You know what's weird about Luque? So Luque, wasn't he born in New Jersey? He trained a bit there. Then he moved to Brazil. That's why his English is so good. But it's interesting. I didn't realize Mickey Gall trained with him like back in the day. He was telling me.
Oh, really?
Because I asked him about this fight, and he's like, "Yeah, I got to go with Luque. We used to train together." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, because he was from New Jersey." So imagine that. Like you grew up, you know, somewhere, and then you live somewhere else the rest of your life. That'd be
He's completely bilingual, man. Like,
oh, I know. Yeah,
extremely bilingual. Like, it's
There's Chiesa. Always got a soft spot for the Pacific Northwest. He's from Spokane Valley, Washington, which is not that far away from where I am. A couple hours. And I mowed a video game with this man. He was asking me, he's like, "Are you coming to Houston?" I said, I can't leave the country, man. Because I do the video games with the fighters, which I'll be doing next year, hopefully, once I can go to events again. Basically, we play video games and we talk about the fights and stuff. It's fun. I did one with Calvin Kattar. There's a whole bunch on my channel. Calvin Kattar. I played Mortal Kombat with Henry Corrales. Yeah, there's a whole bunch on there. So Terry Hatley, who I always thought looked like Terry Funk, the old pro wrestler. Terry Hatley.
All right, here we go. Man, Chiesa is a big dude.
He's huge. All right, we are underway. Again, we'll get to your questions after this fight. In the meantime, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, everyone. Appreciate it.
A lot of lateral movement by Chiesa.
Yeah, so Chiesa trained this entire camp at Syndicate MMA with John Wood. A lot of bodies there. Sean Strickland, Aaron Jeffries, you'll see on Contender Series this year. He's a returning Contender Series guy. Who else is there? Sasha Palnikov's there.
Yeah, Chris Curtis.
Chris Curtis,
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of guys there. And Luque training in Brazil with, I don't know who, but
Serrato.
Yeah, who's Serrato?
his original gym, I believe. It's
Oh,
just,
okay. Oh, that's the name of
his
the gym.
original
Okay, I
team.
didn't know.
Yeah.
There you go. That's why we have John here to help out with all this.
All right. A lot of movement, man, by Kies, just him moving sideways. I think he's trying to lure Luque in with something.
Yeah.
I'm surprised John Wood's not in the corner.
Kiesa told me if he would have had one other quarter, it would have been John Wood. He's superstitious. He likes having his original corner in there. So, and apparently Rick Little, he's been sort of aware of what's going on. Actually, I feel like Wood was supposed to be, but because Pena's off the card, I think because Rick Little was supposed to be in her corner or something, and it was going to mess things up. So maybe that's why he's in there. Okay. Anyways, no action so far, really. It's just literally Kiesa circling.
Yeah. Like it's been 90 seconds of him circling.
Yeah. It's like when you leave the controller on the ground when you're playing a video game and someone's like stepped on it and you just see the character go around in the circle like in the UFC game.
I think Kiesa, what he's trying to do is he's trying to like move around and then try to like sneak
counter.
in.
That's exactly what he's trying to do because you can see Luque trying to get on the inside. But it's interesting. They both have the same reach, so it's not like that would be like an advantage for either guy, right? So
Luque with a lot of switching of stances too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a little trip by Kiesa. Not a knockdown, but a trip. Oh, here's a takedown. Oh, that was a clean takedown by Kiesa. Okay. We know Luque got good jiu-jitsu.
Is there something wrong with his leg?
From the bottom. Who?
Yeah, Kiesa. Because it almost looked like that slip was like...
Yeah, like he got caught, right?
No, I don't think like he got hit or anything. I just think he like he stepped on it weird.
Luque's in some trouble right now.
Yeah, Kiesa's got great ground game.
Oh, he got the neck.
Oh man,
he's got the neck.
Luque's never been submitted, I don't think.
No, oh, he's out. But man, Kiesa's so long that if he gets your back, he could control you for pretty much the whole round.
Oh my god.
Oh,
this is not a good spot for Vicente Luque at all.
No. Oh, he's getting out.
Yeah,
he's sliding out.
Last time Luque was submitted, July of 2013. So it's been a very long time. And Kiesa, that's his bread and butter here. If he gets a submission win here, it's gonna be crazy. He's
trying for the arm now. Okay. Luque's out. He's on top now, man.
Okay.
Oh, now Luque's got the neck. He's got the Darce. He's got the Darce. Oh no, he's in trouble. Oh, Kiesa's. Oh, he's safe. He's sneaking through. Oh, he's sleeping. He's sleeping. He taps.
Oh no, he tapped.
It's over. It's over. He was about to go to sleep. There you go.
Oh my god. Michael Chiesa gets submitted. Who would have thought that? I know Luque won by submission in his last fight, but holy moly, I would have not called that. Chiesa, that's his bread and butter. Vicente Luque, first round submission victory here.
Man, Chiesa had him in trouble too a few times, man. He had that neck wrapped up.
Oh man,
twice.
That's crazy.
That was a great fight.
What is the prop on Luque in the first? Here, I'm going to check this right now. You know me, I'm a little nerd when it comes to this stuff. Let's see it here. Luque wins by submission is... It wins by submission is plus 1,000. Holy crap.
Off the transition, dude, he wrapped his neck up quick. They say that's how you're going to beat... Who was saying that? Dan Hardy was saying that. Was it Dan Hardy? Yeah, he was saying that's how you're going to beat Adesanya. Is like that's the only way. You're not gonna beat him in the striking. You're gonna have to catch him like just how like Luque caught Chiesa on the transition, wrapping up a submission like that. Boom. That's so beautiful. I think Luque gets a bonus for this one, man.
He has to. Just the magnitude of this fight. Crazy, man. Because Chiesa looked in a great spot prior to that, right?
Yeah. Well, of course, man. He had the back wrapped up and the choke twice.
Ciryl Luque wins in round 1.
And you know what's funny is like if you watch the embedded. Gilbert was like training that position with Luque and showing him how to escape from the back choke off the side.
Look at Gilbert Burns, man. Good couple weeks for those guys, right? With Burns getting that win over Wonderboy. Wow. When was the last time Chiesa was submitted? I got to go check this out.
Kevin Lee.
Oh yeah. Good thinking. No, it was Pettis. Pettis submitted him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He actually got Pettis submitted him. When was the last?
Luque, you got to call somebody out, man. Come on, guy.
Absolutely. I'm gonna hear your thing because you're a little bit ahead of me as far as
Here we go.
who's calling out. So you let me know while I tweet some stuff here, and we'll get to some
All right.
questions here, everyone. I know you want to do that.
Another Darce.
Couldn't be a best way to finish the fight. And I want to say something to Kamaru Usman.
Kamaru Usman.
My friend, but he has some welterweight to show him something. I think I've been showing. I'm finishing most of my fights. I'm not the kind of guy, that make more fights. I come in here, I put my heart out, and I look to win. And if I lose, man, people know that they're going to be in trouble even so. So I think Kamaru, after you get past Kobe, I believe you're going to get past him. I think it's our time. I'm the only guy up there.
Oh, he calls out his friend, Kamaru.
Let's go. Vicente, let's take a look at the big screen up here. How close was that?
13 first-round finishes for Luke.
Man. Yeah, I mean, his choke was 80% in like 2 times.
He said the choke was 80% in both times. Chiesa's choke.
See the choke that Chiesa had on him.
Yeah. He said that. Yeah, it was 80% in both
That's
times.
nuts,
Like it was
man.
very.
What a friggin' awesome! Like I feel for Chiesa, I do. Like this was a huge moment for him to move ahead. But man, good for Luke, right? Loses to Wonder Boy, and now he's turned things around. He's in a great spot right now. Problem though is, the fight that makes sense right now is him and Gilbert Burns, to be honest. But they're not going to do it. You know what they got to do? I think they got to do him and maybe Leon. Although I could see now Leon saying, "I already beat you," right? Like, man, this whole division is
well, Gilbert's been calling out Leon for the past 2 weeks, and
which is not going to happen because Leon's probably like. But I don't think Leon should wait either. There's no guarantees.
It's just there's a clog at the top, man. Look at this now. You got Gilbert, you got Luke, you got Leon. Man, it's just. And if you put Wonder Boy in there, like Luke already lost to Wonder Boy, so it's. I don't know what you do with them, man.
Second most finishes. All right, let's get to some questions here, everyone. Again, let's going on here. I'm going to move back up a little bit as well. Luque has won 9 of his last 10 fights. Luque's in title talks too. Absolutely. Give Vicente a title shot after Colby and him. We'll see. Can you explain to me the deal with Megan Anderson in the UFC? She's not with the UFC. She was cut. So I don't know. I think she should go to Bellator. There's featherweights over there. It seems I know they are doing another featherweight fight in the UFC, but I think Megan to Bellator makes a lot of sense. What do you think? Or Ryzen? Who wouldn't want to see Megan over there? They love like women. Like they have Gabby Garcia over there. You could do her and Gabby. I don't know. Get really creative.
I don't know if she goes to Ryzen though. She doesn't bring anything that like Gabby Garcia brings like the no disrespect, but the freak show factor. You know what I mean? She brings that, right? Does Megan Anderson bring anything, to be honest with you, like that the Japanese fans want to see? Do the Japanese fans even know who Megan Anderson is? It's just I don't know. It's hard to say where Megan Anderson goes from here. You know what I would say? I'd say she goes up to lightweight and goes fight in the PFL in the tournament.
If Kayla's there, I think Kayla's leaving. Jim kind of dropped it last week. He's been hearing that Kayla's going to the UFC after this season. So
yeah,
Jim West, that is. So we'll see. Luque should fight Diaz. Luque should fight Diaz. He won't fight Burns. Leon already beat him. Diaz doesn't want to fight Luque. I don't think at this point. When plus for Luque, he's going to fight a guy who's coming off 2 losses. That doesn't make any sense. Like I guess. I don't know, it's Diaz, but I don't think Nate will take that fight. He already had the kind of non-name fight with Leon, right? I think he'll fight Masvidal again, I think, if I'm guessing. Nate that is. So
you know what's shocking to me is Luque not being more popular. It's just shocking to me. Like the dude is all action, man. It's like, what do you have to do?
He's not much of a self-promoter though, right? So
but look at the Korean Zombie, right? It's like he doesn't self-promote anything, and he's extremely popular, right? Do you have to have a good nickname? Is that key to being popular? And I don't know. It's weird, like how that works. Like why? How is he not more popular? I don't understand.
What else do we got? Sorry, guys, I'm getting rid of some spammers. We've had some weird spammers here tonight, but they're coming from Facebook.
Everywhere, dude.
DFS by the numbers bet. Luque by sub. Good for him. That's great. Should Vicente wait for a title shot? I think it's risky at this point.
I don't think he does.
No.
I think Vicente can't. He's the type of guy that just can't sit around for too long, and he'll just take a fight no matter what. If it's not coming, you got to make money. And hey, man, never bet against the dads. Never bet against guys with newly born children. You know what I mean? Like it just seems like that just affects it so much.
Yeah, we got someone saying Luke Diaz is what I want to see. Everyone wants to see that fight. It's just if you're Nate, is that a fight that makes sense for you at this point? Like, I don't know. I think with Leon, there was incentive there because he could potentially get the title shot. I guess technically here the same lies, but I think that's a very tough sell. Even if somehow Diaz was able to beat, Luke and then gets a title shot off losing 2 before that, it doesn't make much sense. So I don't know. I think, yeah. Word is that Nick Diaz is coming after Usman. Nick Diaz is fighting Robbie Lawler, and Usman's fighting Colby. So we'll see. Huge win for Luque. I agree. Luque has called out Diaz 3 times. Well, it's not going to help a 4th time, it's not going to make a difference. So love you guys together. Appreciate that. We do a podcast every Wednesday, the Fantasy Fanatics MMA podcast. Go subscribe to their channel. Shout out to those guys. One of the best companies I work for. Best producer I ever had, Michael. Does a great job with that, who looks like Vicente Luque. So I got to congratulate him on the submission win next time we do that. And I just love doing that show with you every week. It's great. We just basically every week we preview an upcoming notable fight. We answer questions. It's very interactive, very user-friendly. So if you haven't checked that out, go do it. That poster, what's up with Lauren Murphy on that poster? Looking kind of weird there. I don't know what they're doing there. Yeah. Look at that pay-per-view. Holy crap. Volkanovski Ortega, Shevchenko Murphy, Diaz Lawler, Blades Rosenstrike, Andrade Calvillo. That's a great card. That's a really good card.
Damn, a little bit of everything. That is a good card. And Blades, oh man, Calvillo kicks off the card with Andrade. Mm-hmm. That is a good card.
When can the Canadians go to the US? Rumor has it the 22nd is the date I'm hearing. And the second that happens, John, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drive 5 minutes from my house. I'm going to get some cheap gas over in Point Roberts, Washington, because that's what I can do, because that's the closest thing to the US. But no, seriously, I want to go see a Kraken game this year, the NHL team and all that stuff. So who was I interviewing recently? And they're like, I don't care about hockey. I forget who. It was Ed Herman. I was like, do you even care about the Kraken? He's like, no, I don't care. It's all good. Everyone's loving the combo. That's great. Yeah, John and I are good buddies. One of these days we'll meet, John. Maybe I gotta somehow fly out to Korea. Unless I think you'd have a better. It'd be easier if you came into the States, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out one of these days. So
yeah.
What do you think of International Fight Week being in September? I always liked it being in July. Don't think I'll be able to. Definitely can't make that. I got my second child coming September 15th, so that's not happening. Jose and Pedro will be a fun fight. 2 guys coming off wins last time we saw them in the cage. That's right. It's going to be great. Who's fighting right now? So Aldo and Munoz are going to fight next. We just had Chiesa and there we go. Usman saying, you look great, my man. We might be dancing soon. Well, that's good.
Well,
here's something we talked about on the podcast, this vaccination thing with New York. I doubt Colby's vaccinated, right?
I don't know, man. It just
Chandler's not vaccinated, so
does it go against his narrative to not be vaccinated?
Well, it's interesting. I've seen a lot of Republicans mixed on that, like some that have gotten vaccinated, some hasn't. Teach their own. I'm not going to judge. But
I have no idea about any of that stuff, man. I don't care about Republicans and Democrats and all that because I'm not in America, so it doesn't really affect me too much. Like, I try to stay away from all of that, man.
So do I. It's not worth it. It's too much of a headache. Tweet something and then you got 50 mentions about how you should get canceled. I'm not about that as well. Sub for Fanatics as well. Thanks, fellas. Munoz or Aldo. I think on the Fanatics show I picked Munoz, but I did change my pick this week. I'm going with Aldo upon further review.
Yeah, I'm going with Aldo.
But it's close, man. It's 50-50. Because you know what? My logic is, Munoz did a striking battle with Aljamain Sterling and he lost. And that was a couple of years ago, it was 2019, I believe. Has he improved enough to go toe-to-toe with Aldo? We'll see. Plus, you look at Aldo, it's a 3-round fight that usually favors him, right? Jan finished him late.
Exactly.
So that's another thing where it'll be interesting. We'll see if
that is a great point.
But we'll see, man. 50-50. Totally. Munoz, one of the nicest guys ever.
3-round Aldo is a
very dangerous
destroyer.
Ask Jeremy Stevens. Ask so many fighters there, right? So, by the way, I had an interview lined up with Munoz. What happened? I had to change something. I had something come up. I forget what it was, and I couldn't do it. And then I thought, okay, no worries. I'll get him rescheduled. And it never happened. And it's not his fault. He's a busy guy. I think the embedded crew was filming or something, and we couldn't do it. But normally I get to interview him. Didn't get a chance to speak to him this fight, but one of the nicest guys in the sport. So I definitely, I've got a soft spot for Munoz, but I think Aldo wins. We'll see. What do we got as far as other stuff? Let's see here. I can see that casuals not liking the top 2 fights at UFC 266. Well, forget about them. That's we don't care about the casuals here. Congrats on the second child. Thanks. Yeah, it's not here yet, but he'll be here soon. Looking forward to it. Thoughts on Lil Wayne walking out with Colby? Hey, get more attention on the fight. All the power to him.
What? What is that connection?
I don't know. Probably just
Is that even real?
I don't know.
Because I don't like half the stuff Colby says. I do not believe.
No,
so,
of course, yeah. So what's
I
your favorite Disney movie?
Oh God.
I don't know.
I don't even know what is a Disney movie. What?
I don't know.
The
I haven't watched a
Sandlot. Is
Disney
that a
movie.
Disney movie? The Sandlot was good. Mighty Ducks. Is that what is that?
Mighty Ducks was Mighty Ducks a Disney movie? Yeah, I'll go Mighty Ducks. That would be.
Yeah, you got to go way back, right? Like 20 years to find a good Disney movie.
I think Aldo wins this. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Got some back stuff. Is Romero a bad stylistic matchup for Mousasi? Depends what Romero we're going to get. He's got some health issues. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I think John Salter's a tough fight for Mousasi. That's next Friday, by the way.
Looking
forward to that one.
It is a good fight, man. I like that fight.
By the way, as we're at the co-main event now, which believe it or not, we're this quickly here. Just a reminder, I will be doing a recap of this card after. It's a separate link. It's on my playlist here. I'll throw the link in as soon as we're done the stream here, but it'll mainly be a Q&A. We'll be going through the results, but if you guys want questions answered, it'll be much easier to do it on that. Well, by the way, why do we have so much filler? I guess they're coming out now, but this is a pay-per-view.
Munoz is walking out now.
Yeah, he's doing that as well. So, what do we got? Who's Chito Vera's next opponent? Who's
He's been calling out everybody lately.
I heard rumblings about him and Cruz.
Yeah, but Cruz, I guess Cruz didn't sign the contract from what Cheeto's Twitter says.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out soon. We see what's his name, Conan Silverio in the corner of Pedro Munoz, one of the.
I heard his son is a beast. His son fights now. Yeah, his young son.
You know who else has got a really good son apparently at that? You know, Daniel Vandelay, he used to be the jiu-jitsu coach at Rufus Sport. His son apparently is unreal. Gotta keep an eye on him. We're getting to this is how old we're getting, John. Now the siblings are the sons of people. Aspen Ladd's brother is apparently a really good 205-pound product.
Yeah.
Trains with Anthony Hernandez. Supposed to be really good.
You know who else has what is it? Bigfoot Silva's daughter is supposedly
supposed
really
to be good.
too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Mike Heck interviewed her. She fought for Titan, I think, right? So
yeah,
we will see. Pedro Munoz. Remember, one of the best bets I made was picking him over Garbrandt. He was an underdog in that fight, and I thought, I don't like that fight for Cody. I think he's going to be reckless. So we'll see. If Brunson beats Till, is he next for? If Izzy beats Rob? Not if Cannonier beats. I think Cannonier if he beats Calvin, which I think he will. And by the way, I thought that card was next Saturday. It's a Saturday after. We don't have a UFC next week, so
exactly. It's a good
which will be nice. I like having an off week every now and then. You know. But
I love doing this too. Till, I think if Till wins, they will try to slide him in, man.
You know they will.
If he finishes Brunson, I think they'll try to slide him in after Rob.
Leon versus Diaz 2 will not be happening.
What's the update on Aspen? You talked to Jim West. Like, what's going to happen?
They rebooked the fight with Macy Chasson. It's going to happen in October.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought Irene Aldana would have been the opponent because she just fought, but maybe she wants to get in there a little bit sooner. But I asked Jim. He's like, no, I guess it was never offered. So apparently Misha Tate declined, which I get. If you're Misha, why would you want to fight Aspen? You just won this fight. You potentially could fight for the title because of the clout of being a former champion. Why would you fight Aspen? It's a tough fight for anyone. We got Aldo walking out now, by the way. In case people are wondering, fight's going to be starting here shortly.
Have you seen that video of Aldo's home in Florida?
No, I didn't even know he lives in Florida.
Check it out, dude.
Yeah?
It's nice? Like a crazy mansion.
Oh, good for him.
He's been fighting doing forever. Really well. Yeah, he's been doing really well for his. He has I think his whole family lives in Florida. I think so because that's what the video was showing. His home, crazy.
I wonder if he ran into Pedro Munoz because Munoz is in Florida too. No, I was going to say that I remember Aldo when he first came to the WEC, a guy I worked with, George Barbosa. Shout out to George. This was back when I worked at Fight Network. He's still a producer at Fight Network. He's Portuguese. He knew about Aldo before everyone. And when Aldo came over to WEC, he's like, watch, this guy's going to be a champ. And I was like, yeah, whatever, we'll see. And I remember he just, he took WEC by storm. He beat Faber. And like, I know he's had some ups and downs like recently, but he's still good, man. I have a lot of people with this whole like Aldo's wash theory. I don't buy into that. He just beat Chito Vera, beat Frankie Edgar not that long ago, right? Like he's still, and the guys he's losing to are good. Piotr Jan is very good. Volkanovski, last time I checked, hasn't lost, in a while. So he's like Shane Burgos in the corner of Aldo. No, I'm joking. They kind of look like
I thought that was Gavin Tucker.
Or Gavin Tucker. Yeah, even better. That's a better comparison, actually. A little bit more filled out version of
in a little version of damn, who's that? Jim Miller right there on the right.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's just what is it? Aldo being washed, dude. I think that's the dumbest thing you could say, because
he's not. I mean, again, you look at the fights he's losing. He's losing to really, really, really good guys.
And so. I think if that Jan fight was a 3-rounder, you could argue that
Aldo it was competitive leading rounds, up to that.
Man, it was competitive. So I don't know, man. I think Aldo, him being ranked number 5 at 34 years old, and Pedro Munoz is the same age.
I know. So yeah, we'll quickly get to the tail of the tape here. They're both 34. Slight height advantage for Aldo. He's 5'7" compared to 5'6" for Pedro Munoz. 70-inch reach for Aldo. 65-inch reach for Munoz. So that will be interesting. And Aldo is the favorite tonight at -120. So again, pretty close fight as the tail would indicate here. The one thing I do factor in a little bit is Munoz really hasn't taken a lot of damage in his career. If you think about it, just the Sterling fight, I think, is the only one where he's kind of, they both went to the hospital after one. But you look at Aldo, he's taken a ton, right? Holloway finished twice there. He's had some wars with certain guys. He's gone 5 rounds. That it either benefits you with the experience or it doesn't, in the sense that you've been worn out a little bit. We'll see. But again, 3 rounds, I think that favors Aldo. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Maybe this is the fight where it's Aldo for Munoz, right? Where
catching him at a good time.
Chin catches up to him, you know what I mean? And he just can't take the punches like he usually does. And Munoz goes in there and finishes him in the second round or something. Who knows? But this is a good spot for Munoz, because you remember he fought Frankie Edgar and lost that decision to him, and it was a lot of people thought he won. So
I thought he won too. Yeah. And because it's Edgar, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, of course he won." It's like, no, I don't think so. Go back and watch it. Like, I don't know how they scored it or whatever, but anyways, we will get to the chat after we watch this fight. Who knows? I think it's going to go 3 rounds. We'll see. Last finish for Aldo is, I want to say, Jeremy Stevens, right? Oh no, he finished Moicano, actually. Never mind. Now that I think about it, Moicano's last finish, that was back in 2019. For Munoz, his last finish, I want to say, was Garbrandt, right? Finish Garbrandt, 2019. So both of them, their last finish was 2019. Both guys very tough to finish as well. So we'll see.
And Moicano is huge.
Yeah, he is huge. I've seen him.
Huge. And
he was so he was the back. Only time I've ever seen Moicano in person. People forget he was the backup for Ortega and Holloway in that title fight, and he actually missed weight. And I remember asking him that. He's like, "Oh no, I was given I'm not doing a good Moicano impression. He has an accent, obviously, but he's like, "Oh no, every indication was he was going to make weight, and so that's why he didn't make weight." And I'm like, "Well, dude, like, what if they slip on a banana peel the day of the fight? Like, you never know." Seemed kind of dumb. So each their own. And Mike Beltran, the referee for this fight. All right, we will try and describe this as best we can. Again, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're watching us. We really appreciate it. That's an easy way to support the channel. If you guys want to feel a little bit more generous, hit that donation button, but it's all good. You don't have to. Just throwing it up.
Here we go. Oh, spinning back kick.
Start things off. There we go. We are underway here. So again, it'll be interesting. I don't know why people just don't try and take Aldo to the ground and try and see what happens. Because again,
but he has great takedown defense.
He does. That's probably why too. Yeah, you just answered my question. See, now I'm looking like a casual, John. You put me in my place. There you go. That's why I got you here, man. It's great.
Oh, again, a lot of spinning stuff.
Yeah, these guys are so quick, man. Look how quick Aldo is. Even at like 34, you think of him as being like 40, right? But he's not.
And all those people are like, "Oh, he's got to go up to lightweight." Man.
I thought he should have. I think because he could have fought Conor up there. He fights Conor now. I don't know how that fight goes, to be honest. But anyways, he's able to make bantamweight. Good on him. He looks way bigger than Munoz. So there we go. Aldo really working
a lot of movement. Aldo with the body work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Pedro loves the calf kick, so let's see how that plays out against Aldo.
And Aldo abandoned his calf kicks like 5 fights ago, so we'll see. See how this plays out in this one. Just adjusting my microphone. It's like flying up. There you go. Nice kick there from, Munoz really going to the leg already.
More spinning stuff by Munoz.
Yeah. His stand-ups come a long way, though. Remember, this is a jiu-jitsu guy, basically. And then he's, stand-ups come a long way, too.
You're right.
People forget he's got a submission win over Rob Font. Munoz, that is.
Yeah.
I wonder how that rematch goes now.
I
Nice
guess
jab there.
Rob Font should be looking at this very carefully. Might be a future opponent.
Exactly. Very, very well said. Yeah, I agree. More kicks, but Munoz going to that left leg.
Oh, beautiful knee.
Let's see who landed that. That's the beauty part. I get to hear from John beforehand, and we'll see who lands the.
Aldo's checking those calf kicks pretty good.
There's Aldo with the nice
last one.
Yeah,
the last one.
Look how quick Aldo is, man.
Stung him. Oh, nice right hand by the Brazilian.
Good call. Nice body shot there by Aldo. Yeah. These guys
man. Pedro's throwing heat.
Yeah. We'll see if he can keep this pace up, That was one thing with the Sterling fight where you could see in that third round he's getting a little tired, but who wouldn't when you're throwing that much at the wall there? Pedro throwing it air right there. Aldo keeping his composure. He's seen this. He's been in there with the best. Other than Sterling, this has got to be his toughest opponent to date.
I think stylistically, yeah.
Yeah. Most well-rounded guy. First champion he's fought, right? Former champ, other than Edgar, I guess. But
yeah, but that was Edgar was a lightweight champion, which is nuts.
I know, which is crazy, man. Crazy. I just feel like Aldo with the mustache is like Wario Aldo. Like
he looks weird. Uppercut.
Yeah.
Nice. Just ran into it.
See, I think like that's where the difference is. I think there's a little bit more power on the end of Aldo, right?
And then
like Pedro just ate that.
Technical aspect of it, right? Like the angles.
I'm curious to see what they tell Munoz in the corner.
I think
I gotta look at the strikes after this one.
Spinning attacks is. I think he should still keep doing that though.
Yeah.
Checking all those kicks though. Oh, nice right hand. Oh, he looks a little rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Man, those hooks to the body are just beautiful. It's like not many guys do that in the UFC.
Yeah. The height is playing a bit of an advantage here because you're seeing when Aldo's throwing, like Munoz is like, it's the perfect headline for Aldo. Like he's kind of punching down in a way. And Munoz is getting hit a lot.
Yeah, the lateral movement of the punches. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the is it lateral? No. I don't know. I'm stupid. Nice uppercut.
Aldo's just so tight with those shots. Like it's just like everything he lands is like with, a lot of power. Nice uppercut there from Aldo again. 15 seconds left. Nice knee there from Aldo.
All right, there you go.
Close round.
You think Aldo won that first round?
I think Aldo did, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. We got to see that significant strikes there. Again, if you guys have questions, we will get to them after the fight. We'd like to kind of keep it this way. Wow. Ooh, interesting. Live in-game betting odds after round one. Pedro Munoz ahead, -185. Man, curious how people scored this. Did they score for Munoz? Maybe they did.
What's wrong with these people? Boom. Man, the body shots, like, it looked like he's landed like more than 10 shots to the body on Munoz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting. Seeing mixed scorecards on my timeline here. I'm seeing some people from Aldo. Like I said, the betting odd had that as well. That was close. Ooh, nice shot there from Pedro. Nice left. Kick there from Aldo.
He's got Munoz.
Mhm.
Damn, everybody's got Munoz. What?
Kevin Iola's got it for Aldo. Aaron Bronsetter, my buddy, over at TSN's got it for Aldo. Got Paul Ace Fontaine for Munoz. Nice left there for Aldo. Oh, he popped Munoz there. Now Munoz is jumping back. Ooh, nice body shots from Aldo. Nice leg kick there from Munoz. It's a freaking awesome fight, man.
Left hand. Beautiful.
Forgot how fun it is to watch Jose Aldo fight, man. Yeah, look at the head and body strikes. 21 for Aldo, 10 for Munoz, 14 for Aldo, 4 for Munoz, 19 leg kicks though to 1 for Aldo. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
See, that's where it gets tough. Like the judges got to be counting those leg kicks as well, right? So yeah, I agree with DC here. I think Munoz has got to continue with the leg kicks.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know how you scored it for Munoz.
Yeah. Well, the leg kicks, right?
Well, he checked a lot of the leg kicks, if you noticed.
He did, but also like early on, he was really hammering that leg, so I could see people going that route, but we'll see.
This is gonna end up becoming like that what is it? Mariah's fight, where it's just like it's gonna go down to the judges and it's gonna be controversial or something's gonna happen.
Good.
It's Texas again.
Oh, nice shot there from Pedro. I don't know if that was a slip there, but nice leg kick, inside leg kick. Again, the leg kicks are good. Munoz has got good boxing, man. It's just that Aldo's just a little bit of a step ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, a little longer.
Mm-hmm. Now that I'm hearing about it, I'd love to see Aldo and Dominic Cruz, man. How cool would that fight be?
Yeah.
But this is still awesome.
Even the guys that are like coming up right now in that bantamweight division, being able to fight Aldo, someone like that, it's got to be something that could wake you up every day, man. If you're in camp or something like that, nothing. Put the legend on your resume.
Big time. All right. So again, 90 seconds left. This has been a closer round, I think. Aldo's still landing a lot, but not as much in the first. And Munoz is landing a few leg kicks as well. So it's going to be interesting here. We're almost coming up to the 1 minute mark. Got about a minute left.
Munoz showing a little bit more on his face, though. Like, the damage.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Aldo doesn't have any damage on his face.
No.
Oh, damn. The jab is crisp for Aldo.
Yeah, he's still hitting that leg, and they're going to count that.
Yeah.
You look at the damage, it's definitely worn more on Munoz's face. You can see some swelling there, but Aldo doesn't look like he has a scratch.
Yeah, just even his leg doesn't look too damaged either.
No.
Or does it?
A little bit. Not too bad, though.
Yeah.
Like
it wasn't like Ed Herman's leg. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. Oh, my God.
That was like Rory McDonald level damage. Aldo's trying to time that knee when he comes in close. Just hasn't been able to hit it. All right, second round is done.
Who took that one? Who do you think? Think that's another Aldo round.
Yeah. It's close. Like you said, it was
That was way
closer
closer than the first round. I think Aldo. I feel more comfortable saying Aldo won that first round. That second round, I think, was iffy. Third round, man.
Oh,
I told you this is probably going to go the distance, but we'll see.
yeah.
Yeah, look at Munoz landing that good left there, good right. Aldo with a nice body shot. He's so good at that. Just the 1-2.
Yeah, it was like that double hook to the body.
Mhm. Okay, I'm seeing 1919 across the. I'm seeing 2018 for Aldo. Okay, so
Oh, now the
Yeah.
odds switched to Aldo, minus
Yeah.
225, which is weird.
Mhm.
Oh, damn. Aldo with the sick combo.
oh,
Now Pedro's trying to take it
oh
to the
wow,
ground. Do you think Pedro thinks
Look at the
he's
speed.
losing?
Yeah, if you're Munoz, go for broke. I mean,
Oh, the man, right
it's
there.
too
the
close for comfort,
jabs.
man. I wouldn't rely on the Texas judges.
Yeah. I wonder if the judges even know who Aldo is.
I know.
That's a question right there.
I wonder who got to decide who got the yellow shorts. They're both
Exactly.
Brazilian, right? Do they have to do
Oh,
a
there
coin
you
flip?
go. Some capoeira from Munoz.
Gotta hit those though. Just gave him the fist bump.
Man, I want to go down to Brazil and just visit some of those gyms that these guys train at. That's just
I
like
would
a
love to
goal
go,
of mine.
man, but some of the security stuff I hear about down there, I'm good. You know, just remember that
Just gotta
story
roll with
of
the
Brian
Brazilians.
Butler. Brian Butler, the manager, went down to Brazil and he was sitting at like a cafe outside, and some guy came with a gun and took his phone. Like that's the type of stuff where it's like, I'm good. I'm good here in Canada. We don't really do that here.
You just got to be with some Brazilians, I think. and
Need to,
you'll be all
yeah,
right.
need to be with Jose Aldo and his
Yeah.
crew.
Exactly.
Leg kick you if you try that. Oh, apparently not this fight.
Oh, nice jab. Triple jab by Aldo.
Mhm.
Not much fatiguing by Aldo at all. He's
No,
the same.
super fresh. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, let's see what we got. Let's see what we
neck
got.
snapper.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, there's a nice leg kick.
Just tough to try and go toe to toe with Aldo in the stand up. It just is. Like there's not many guys that can outstrike him. Like it just goes to show how good Jan is too, right? But even then, you remember
Yeah.
early on in that fight, it was even.
It was
Him and
even.
Jan.
Aldo landed some good shots on Jan too.
I know.
People forget that. They just remember the referee messing up on the stoppage. But
That yeah,
fight
which was a little
good.
late. Yeah.
Oh, that leg kick dropped
Oh,
Pedro.
let's see. See what we got. This is the best part. I get to see it right after you call it. I know something good's happening here. Yeah. Yeah, unless Munoz does something crazy here, I think Aldo's going to take a decision here.
Yeah. All right. Pedro with a couple nice shots. Pedro's cut over the left eye, looks like.
Mhm. Yeah, he is. Let's do Munoz and well, no, I guess because he already has a fight. I was going to say Chito Vera since they both lost to Aldo. That'd be interesting, but Aldo still got it, man.
I think they do. If Munoz loses, I think they do Munoz versus Sanhagen.
You think? But Munoz
why
is ranked
wouldn't
so
they?
further ahead. What's
Yeah, but he's
what's
coming off a
Sanhagen ranked?
loss. Or you do Aldo versus Sanhagen. That would be a crazy fight.
There you go, John. You got the
Yeah.
fight. You got the fight. That's it. Corey
Oh,
Sanhagen.
nice combo
Aldo.
right there by the Brazilian. Love to finish it with a leg kick. 104. Oh, Aldo breaks his own record with strikes landed.
Wow.
That's not good for Pedro.
No.
this fight is perfect fight to show you that Aldo has not lost any steps.
100%. Well said, my man. Well said.
All these people talking dumb shit. Like,
well, they're not watching his fights because, like, if you watched the Chito Vera fight, you would have known, hey, he still got it. And if you watch the Jan fight, you'd know, hey, he just lost to a better guy. It's not like he was like getting destroyed in that fight. You know, it's not like what's happening to Tony Ferguson, for example, right? There's a good example. Like Ferguson's losing, like he's lost, and granted, he's fighting good guys, but he's losing decisively. These fights are competitive, even the ones he's losing.
Yeah. Man, Aldo is outlanded in the third round like 40-10.
Yeah. And again, that's the veteran experience, I think, with Aldo being a champion. He's been there. So third round for him's nothing. This guy's used to going 5 rounds. Yeah, and Aldo's still teeing off here. Yeah. Aldo's got this decision. So
Aldo's still got he's just as fast as all the bantamweights, man. That's amazing. The amount
I know because the speed is translated even going down a weight class. So there you go.
Wow.
Aldo should get a decision here. It is Texas, but I don't think even they can screw this up.
I just wonder how famous Aldo is in Brazil. That's like, I always wonder like certain fighters how, because they're famous to us because we follow the sport, but I just wonder because if you think about the Korean Zombie, he's not really that famous in Korea, but he's really famous to like MMA fans. I just wonder, man, like those types of things. Aldo looked great, man. He looked really good. This should be a decision for Aldo, right? Or am I crazy?
What was the Aldo by decision prop? Always curious about that. Was it plus money? Did I not take advantage of that? I did take the over in this fight. So Aldo wins by decision is plus 170. Could have got plus money tonight. Let's wait for the official decision. Everyone's got 30-27 on the scorecards. That's how I had it too. Just fun to watch Aldo fight, man. Like he's just so polished, man. Again, we'll get to questions. Just want to hear the official decision.
All right.
That's 2 since
it's coming.
Oh, here.
Oh, 30-27 across the board.
Jose Aldo.
Damn.
We'll
that was a good performance, man.
It was.
Aldo.
Yeah.
I like this translator that they got for the Brazilian fighters.
Is it the same guy they've had before? Who do they got?
No, not he's like an older guy, like a little bit longer hair.
He looks
he's
like
a little bit more animated.
He looks like a villain in an 80s movie.
That's right. Like Die Hard villain.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's a lot of respect there. They're 2 nice guys, man. Like imagine if they trained together. Okay, so what's he saying?
He said, "How are you?" DC asked, "How are you getting better?" And as you're getting older.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been working a lot. I want to be a champion in this division, and I've been dedicating myself a lot, Brazil. That's why I'm here tonight.
He says that he wants to be a champion, so he's been working a lot to get better.
You have won so many 5-round fights, but tonight you broke your own personal record for significant strikes landed.
Broke his own record for significant strikes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you do. I think Aldo and Sandhagen makes sense. I think Aldo and Font makes sense. I think any of those guys, like you can't go wrong. Those are all good matchups. Like just not like Let's see what I don't want here. Let me just look at this weight class. We'll get to your questions here, everyone. I know you're eagerly waiting to talk about this fight, but get Garbrandt out of the rankings, by the way. If he's fighting at flyweight, get him out of there. Yeah, it's got to be Sandhagen or Font. There is part of me, though, and I know he should get the title shot probably, but imagine Dillashaw and Aldo. That's a fight we haven't got yet. How great would that fight be? We'll see. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Aldo's still a problem, in my opinion.
He said he's not calling on anybody. He's just saying that he'll fight whoever.
Mm-hmm.
He just wait until he's getting better. He's gonna have a better performance.
There you go. All right, let's get to the questions, everyone. Let me just make sure I've got the timestamp here. All right, so let's start here. What do we got here? All right, no links. Got to tell those people no links. Let's play matchmaker. We sort of talked about it there. We're thinking Fawn or Sandhagen. One of those ones would work, I think, for next. Sandhagen should face him next. Aldo Dillashaw. I think Dillashaw will get the title shot next. Unfortunately, it'll be a few months before Garbrandt is taken out. December 11th, he's debuting at flyweight versus Kai Kara France. To me, the second you get the fight booked, you should be out of the rankings, in my opinion, because it's just clogging everything up. It's like Kevin Lee being ranked at lightweight. It doesn't make any sense. We know he's fighting at welterweight. He said in multiple interviews, "I'm not moving back down." Take him out. You're taking Fiziev's spot.
Sean Brady pulled out of his fight against Kevin Lee, huh?
Yeah. It apparently was a foot thing. He got a foot he got a cut in his foot and it got infected and spread, and then he had to get surgery. Unfortunate.
Damn.
Yeah, he posted it on his Instagram, but also Kevin Lee will probably stay on that card. It's August 28th. They got some time, and also, I mean, there's a couple guys like Alex Morono would be a good fight. Lyman Good would be a good fight. Like, don't give Lee a tough opponent. Like, he just lost. Like, they got to build him back up again. He's actually a guy that does quite well in terms of viewership, like in terms of like fans either really love the guy or they there's a lot of attention on him. I know every time I did a Kevin Lee interview, it always view very well because there's interest in him, whether you love him or hate him. But yeah, they got to. Sean Brady was not a good idea, I don't think, because I think he would have lost that fight.
I think you give him Mike Perry.
It's a great.
Why
idea.
not? That's a great
absolutely,
fight right there.
Absolutely. You know, because they're both African American, right? So
yeah, and also I think they've had back and forth before. Like they have.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, for sure. Tony's been asking this a bunch of times. Do you do BJJ? I do not. I play golf, play hockey. I have not done BJJ. I'd like to. I'm gonna actually put my kid in it. My mom was actually asking me about that, and I was like, yeah, let's put him in. So I think this fall my son will be doing it. Juliana did a press fight scrum. She said she's open to an interim title fight if Amanda delays a return. Thoughts on that? If we get one, who should Juliana face? I think Aspen Ladd should fight Juliana. They should take Ladd off the Chasson fight and do Ladd against Pena for an interim title. I think that would make sense. Or you could do Irene Aldana, right?
Yeah,
if you were to do an interim.
Yeah, I think Irene Aldana would be the most likely fight against Juliana Pena for interim title. I think that's a good idea. If Amanda Nunes steps away,
or she needs some time. Do an interim title. I'm fine with that. Derrick has not fought Gane. If he did, we wouldn't be here. I'd be doing my recap stream. Trust me, they're going to be fighting next. We'll let you know the second they're going to be up fighting, but they have not fought yet. We just finished the Jose Aldo and Pedro Munoz fight. Does Luque deserve a fight against Usman, especially accounting for the fact that he lost to Wonder Boy? That's where things get interesting. I feel like Luque needs one more. Even though as impressive as that win was, I feel like they almost got to do a Leon rematch, I think. Because look, here's the thing. Like, people are like, if you're Leon, why on earth would you take another fight right now? Well, here's the thing. If they were going to give Leon the shot, it would have been after the last fight, and that didn't happen. I don't agree with the Nate Diaz 5th round thing. I think that's ridiculous. I think Edwards has done enough to deserve a title shot. But I just know the UFC, and I know how Dana White is. I think they're going to make him take another fight, and it's a rematch. Luque lost years ago. I think that makes sense. Or you do Burns and the problem if you do Burns though, right, is if let's say Burns fights Edwards and then beats Edwards, you're not going to do Usman and Burns next because they just fought this year. So I think Luque and Edwards actually makes more sense, right? And then I don't know who Burns fights. Maybe Burns fights Colby if he loses. I don't know what you do there. They're in a tough spot with that.
Well, if you look at the rankings, Colby's number 1. He's fighting Usman. Gilbert's number 2, so he's not going to fight Luque. Leon, they fought. Did they fight already? No, right? They didn't.
Leon
fight
and
already.
who?
So that it does make sense to put Leon against Luque. If Leon has, if Covington has to, or they have to wait for.
And put it on the New York card, right? The last time Luque fought in New York, you remember what happened? Probably don't. Knocked out Bilal Muhammad. Oh no, sorry, right. He lost to Wonder Boy. Never mind. That was the fight after the first time in New York, because I was at that. I was actually at both of those cards. It was crazy. So
yeah, with Luque, I think the fight to make is Edwards. I think that makes more sense. I don't think Edwards is gonna fight Gilbert. I feel like Gilbert, he doesn't want to give Gilbert that fight. And like you said, the UFC, they probably don't want to put that fight together because if he does win, like that's an awkward spot too.
That's what I mean. Gilbert. Yeah, they got to be smart about the matchmaking there. What do you shoot at golf on 18 holes? let's put it this way. I'm not going to tell you my average score because it's not as good as you would think it is. I'm not a very good golfer. I just got back into golf this year. I do play a lot, but I'm still working my way up. I try and play every week. Although this is like the first week I haven't played, but John, I played 36 holes last Saturday. I did 2 18s back to back because the course conditions sucked, and so they gave us a round again for half off, and it's an expensive course. So I was like, why not? Anyway, Ciryl Gane now walking out right now. We'll answer a few more questions in the interim while we're waiting for that. We'll do that as well. Can't put Aldana for the title next since she missed weight her last fight. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, well then fair enough. So maybe
it
Aspen
doesn't
Ladd
matter
then.
because you remember there's been fighters that missed weight and got a title shot after that fight. You know what I mean?
True.
So
Who's? I was trying to remember who.
I don't remember, but there has been in the history of the sport. So
Who's a bigger fight, Nick Diaz versus Usman or Cejudo versus Volkanovski? Nick Diaz versus Usman, easily.
yeah.
Cejudo's not a draw. Like, I don't know where people think Cejudo's a draw. He's not. There's been no proof of this. Look at the numbers. Like, this is why I don't think Cejudo will ever come back to the UFC, because he thinks he's a draw, and the UFC's like, you're not a draw, and that's why we're not paying you the money to be a draw. So that's why he's not back. I think what Cejudo's doing, look, good for him. I'm not going to ever tell a fighter not to make more money, but he's just not the draw he thinks he is, in my opinion.
Well, he's doing a great job as the co-host of Mike Tyson's podcast.
So is he co-hosting that show? He is, huh?
Yeah, he looks like it because he's always on there, right? So
maybe I think older buddies.
He should be the co-host, and as the days go by,
yeah,
it's not working out for Cejudo. He's just getting older. You know what I mean? It's not like he's
gonna
in
be
his
a dad
20s,
soon too,
right? And he's gonna be a dad. So if he doesn't come back in the next year, I don't think
he'll come back.
Comes back. And like you just said, he's not as a big draw as he believes he is, and the numbers don't add up.
Did Brock Lesnar have the best heavyweight physique? He had kind of like, he just looked like a big lump of mass all put together. I wouldn't say he had the best physique. If we're going by physique, probably Ciryl Gane's got the best physique. Like, you look, the guy's ripped, and Ngannou, same thing. They're both pretty ripped. So if we're going by that, we don't need to get into that. Do you see Masvidal is at Pyramids overseas? No, I didn't see that. I think Jose Aldo deserves a main event next and 5 rounds at 155. Absolutely. I'm with you there. Who wins this time, Luque or Edwards? I don't know. It's 50-50. Edwards is still good. Look, like, just because he got rocked in the 5th round, other than that, he dominated Nate Diaz. It wasn't anything flashy, but he did what he needed to do there. So
I think Luque wins. I would take Luque right now, early pick. The reason why is that
because we just watched this fight.
Not going to go to the ground. Yeah, I don't think Edwards is going to go to the ground, and I feel like if you're going to beat Luque and you're not Wonder Boy, you have to go to the ground. So if they stand and trade, I see Luque being much better. I mean, I don't know. This is just my early pick.
It's not weird because they were supposed to have a card on August 14th, and for whatever reason, it didn't happen. So that's why we're in this thing not having a card next week. To answer your question, does Kayla get an immediate title shot? No, I don't think so. You look at all the fighters they brought over from other promotions; they've usually had to have one fight, right? It's very rarely that you have a fighter coming from another promotion getting a title shot. So I'm going by that. Now we got Lewis coming up.
They can negotiate to sign her that she gets an immediate title shot. You never
she
know.
Could, but is she going to fight Nunes? I think Nunes leaves and they vacate the title, and then Kayla just runs the division. That's what I think.
Nunes focuses on 135,
or she focuses on
145,
leaving the sport. Like, what else does she have to prove? The fight everyone wants to see, I want to see, bias aside here, is her and Cyborg again. That's the fight I want to see, because that first fight, yes, she won, but who knows how the second fight would go. Cyborg's been dominant other than that fight. That's the only fight Cyborg looked bad in, and she happened to lose it. So it's like, I'd like to see it. I don't think Tim Kennedy returns. I heard some talk about him returning. Maybe bare knuckle. I don't know. It seems like Chad Mendes coming back. Like, what a bad idea that is.
Man, that's
a wrestler coming back. It's like Paige Van Zandt. Like, you look at it now, it's like, obviously, I know she's getting paid a boatload of money, but you're not a striker, and you're in a sport where all you can do is strike, and now you're 0-2. Like, it's not good.
And she just lost to another girl that's not a striker.
And Rachel Ostovich, yeah.
Yeah, which is that surprised me, man. That was so shocking.
I wonder how Masvidal and Askren 2 is going to be. At this stage, Askren's just too many injuries. He wouldn't do very well. If this was the Askren of years ago, that's an easy win for Askren.
Didn't he get a hip replacement? Once you get the hip replacement.
It wasn't a hip. It wasn't a replacement. It was like a surgery, I think.
Okay.
Do you think Kayla can cut to 145? She already has. She fought in Invicta last year at 145. So they would do that as well. Mendes got an immediate title shot. I think he's the exception to the rule, Gilbert Melendez.
Well, he came over from Strikeforce, so.
Yeah, and that was absorbed by the UFC, so it was a little bit different. But like Nick Diaz didn't get an immediate title shot. He had to fight Actually, yes, he did. Wasn't he supposed to fight GSP and then he screwed around with the press conference thing and then he had to yeah, you're right. Okay, so but what I'm saying though is the examples I'm thinking of, you look at like Hector Lombard, you look at Eddie Alvarez, you look at Chandler, like those are all, mind you, they all came from maybe it's a Bellator thing. It's just if you fight in Bellator, you don't get a title shot, but I don't know. Gaethje didn't get a title shot coming over right from World Series of Fighting.
He didn't. He fought like what?
Warren Murphy's husband in the corner of Lewis. That's interesting.
Really?
Yeah, Joe Murphy. Not going to be confused with the Joe Murphy that fought Brett Rogers in Elite XC. He was a heavyweight.
Oh.
So yeah, there we go. Ben Askren is the biggest fraud in UFC history. You know what? I honestly, like, you got to go look at his run in Bellator. It was a good run, considering how little experience he had. He beat Douglas Lima back then. He beat Carl Amasu, who was good back in the day. Like, he had some good wins. He should have fought in the UFC back when he wanted to sign, when he left Bellator, instead of going to one championship. One, unfortunately, I know he went for the money. It kind of slowed his career down. And I think you just look at his physique deteriorate as soon as he went over to one. It's because he's like, I don't care. I'm fighting easier opposition. If he was in the UFC, who knows? But I don't think he ever would have fought Woodley. They're buddies, right? So who knows?
Yeah, I don't. People judge him by what he did when he came into UFC. He was in his twilight of his career. You know what I mean?
Hey,
even though he was still
Seth,
good.
the fight's not on yet. That's why we're not talking about this yet. Lewis is just going up against the cage. The second the fight starts, we'll be talking about it, guys. But that's why we're not talking about the fight yet, because nothing's happened. You want me to talk about Derrick Lewis is walking briskly to the cage right now?
Yes.
You know, what am I going to say there?
His hair.
So there we go. Let's see, who's Connor going to fight next? Well, we got to see how he is when he returns.
He's fighting court cases.
All right, this is the last fight before we obviously end the stream here, but just want to remind everyone to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I will be doing a recap after this fight, so there's a separate link for that. I'll post it in before we get out of here. Here we go. Tail of the tape here. Derrick Lewis, 36 years old. Ciryl Gane, 31. Derrick Lewis, 6'3". Ciryl Gane, 6'4". 264.5 for Derrick Lewis. 247 for Ciryl Gane. So he's going to be lighter. 79-inch reach for Derrick Lewis. 81-inch reach for Ciryl Gane. Ciryl Gane, a minus 250 favorite. Derrick Lewis, plus 270. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Derrick Lewis's only chance to win this fight, in my opinion, is by knockout. Ciryl Gane, I think, has more ways to win this. I'm picking Ciryl Gane. I think he could submit him. I think he'd get a late finish. And I think most likely he will win a decision here, but we'll see what happens. Derrick Lewis, the guy's got knockout power. He's got a puncher's chance in this one. So I think the odds should be a little bit closer because Lewis, we saw what he did to Curtis Blades and so many other fighters. But at the same time, Ciryl Gane's a smart man. I don't think he will get knocked out here, but we'll see what happens. Again, we'll get into it. Appreciate you guys. If you want to post questions in between, we'll answer them after the stream's done. Or we'll briefly answer them because we're going to hop off here and I'm going to get to my recap after this. Let me throw in that link, though, to the recap in case you guys are wondering. You can bookmark that in the meantime. As they're doing that, let's see what we got here. So, yeah, the recap link is right here. You guys want to check that out? That's where you can watch the recap after. There we go. Bruce Buffer doing his thing here. So, again, this is for the interim heavyweight titles. This will be 5 rounds. Derrick Lewis has fought for a title before. He fought Daniel Cormier at... what UFC was that? The New York card. I can't remember. But he lost that fight. So let's see. And also, stat that I don't really think matters that much. I think it's more of coincidence. Derrick Lewis undefeated in Texas when he's fought there. So we'll see what happens. Should be interesting. It was UFC 230. He fought Cormier. That was in November of 2018. So we'll see.
And a lot of fighters that have recently fought for the title in their hometown have won.
There you go.
Another useless stat. Damn, 9 fights undefeated fighting for the world title. That's only in MMA you could see that, man.
Ciryl Gane getting booed. He's just smiling here. This is so, I just got to point this out before we start. It is so crazy that this guy has 9 fights, started MMA, 3 years ago, and now he's fighting for a title. This is pretty incredible. Got to soak this in, man. This is awesome. We're witnessing something pretty cool here. You don't see too often in MMA a guy with that little experience getting to fight for a title, and it's well deserved. He's earned every bit of it. Beating Volkov, beating Rosenstrike, beating JDS. Those are all good wins that he deserves this shot. So good for him. This might be the biggest moment in Derrick Lewis's career, other than when he fought Cormier, because it's in his hometown.
Yeah.
Capture a title. No, this is bigger because it's in his hometown.
The pressure is all on Derrick Lewis, man.
Yeah.
I don't think he gets another title shot after this. It's going to be very hard. The
worst part is, like, I know if If Lewis knocks out, I'll hear it before it happens, but it's okay. We'll see. We'll see. Kind of like last time, wasn't it, when we were watching?
Vice versa, man. Vice versa. If Gane knocks him out. Let's see. I switched my pick. Maybe that'll give luck to Derrick Lewis. Oh, Ciryl Gane seems different in this fight. I don't know. It's weird.
Can you imagine if Ciryl Gane just goes up there and just dismantles Lewis? It won't happen, but just, this feels like a really, anytime Stipe fights is great too, but still, this is like, oh man, I love this fight, man. So interesting to me. So Lewis has got he's got the knockout power. He can do it,
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Fight's underway. Heavyweight title fight, interim heavyweight title, undefeated Ciryl Gane, Derrick Lewis. Lewis has not gone the distance since he beat Francis Ngannou years ago.
Yeah. Don't blink on either side,
Yeah.
Oh, a head kick by Lewis.
Interesting. And he tripped on that head kick too.
Yeah.
The thing with Gane is he's so patient that he doesn't need to rush in and do anything because he's just like, I'm good.
Yeah, because
But
he
we'll
could
see.
win from the distance.
Mhm.
So,
And you know what? I'll say it too. Fernan Lopez, very underrated coach. The fact that he's taken this guy and done what he's done is pretty remarkable as well. You got to give credit to him too.
well, he did it to Francis also.
Ngannou, yeah. Alan Badeau, not so much. But
No, there's a couple other guys too in
I
the
know.
UFC that trained. out there, but
Nascimento, the guy who beat the guy who beat Ian Heinisch, right?
I'm Imanov or something. like that,
Imanov,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, Imanov.
Ian Heinisch, yeah.
That guy's legit too. We just got Ciryl Gane just pushing Derrick Lewis against the fence, kind of kicking him from distance.
Yeah, very
Derrick Lewis,
patient
very
fight.
patient. Both guys patient.
This could be a replica of the Rosenstruik
Yeah.
fight,
Yeah.
and which is, you know what? If you're Gane, why would you want to? Would you rather get knocked out or win the title? I mean, that's what it comes down
Yeah.
to. I just hope
Well-
fans don't throw things at Ciryl Gane if he wins a boring fight.
Well, Lewis is getting a little bit more aggressive. He's pushing forward. Gane with a lot of movement.
Gane's got those Muay Thai shorts.
Yeah. Lewis is marching forward, but man, Gane has just great movement.
Yeah.
Just teeps. Just got teeps in the jab
Mhm.
for Gane.
As Cormier is pointing out, very smart by Ciryl the way he's fighting. Or as Ed Herman called him in my Prospects video, Ciryl Gane. I don't think that's how it's pronounced, Ed. All right, another jab there by Gane. Nice leg kick there from Gane. Predictably chanting Derrick Lewis, Derrick
Oh.
Lewis.
Lewis looked like he might be getting a little impatient.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see Lewis is getting a little flustered here. He's like,
Yeah. He's like, are we gonna fight or?
he's trying to go head hunting, but Gane's expecting this. And this is the
Yeah.
way you play Derrick Lewis. You get him to come to you because that's where you can counter. That's where he'll make mistakes if he runs in. He's not fast. Like Gane's the faster fighter. So take advantage of that.
Yeah. Well, Gane's doing a great job.
Yeah.
Of
He's
using his jab
Cool as a
and
cucumber, and you know the
teeps.
crowd's not going to affect him either. Significant strikes, 13 for Gane, 0 for Lewis.
Oh.
There's one there.
The nut shot.
Oh no, we got a nut shot coming up here. Yeah, that's not good. Crowd booing.
No, Gane is actually he is fighting southpaw.
Mhm.
But
Oh yeah, that hit him there.
yeah, a little break. Damn, Gane has the same head shape as Dan Margoliata.
Mhm.
They're like head brothers. All right, let's see. Let's see if Gane gets a little bit more aggressive. Yeah. Ooh. All right, double underhooks for Gane.
Mhm.
But Lewis gets out. Oh, they look engaging a little bit more in the center now.
Nice head kick there from Ciryl Gane.
Oh man, he's chasing him around. That was close. That was very close.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, that's funny. It's like a bull running in a China shop.
Oh. Using those teeps. Now Gane is switched stances to orthodox.
This is interesting. Nice kick to the body there for Ciryl Gane.
Nice right hand by Gane, and then a hard leg kick. Oh, nice jab. Both those guys poked each other in the eye, but Dan said no. Keep fighting.
I don't think I've seen that before. A double eye poke. Not recently, anyways.
Yeah. Man, is Gane the new, like, you know, like when
heavyweight? Yeah, like the Machida era, right? Remember we had that? Is that what you mean? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Honestly, just I'm trying to. But you know what it is too, dude? It's like Gane's like a really athletic, like almost like Ngannou in that way, where they're like very athletic heavyweights. Like you've seen the traditional heavyweights, like they're not. I guess Stipe is a bit athletic, but not like he doesn't scream like athleticism. These guys do, though. You know, so I think that's part of it as well. Is that these guys can move, you know, like a light heavyweight or middleweight. You know,
but Gane has way better movement than both Stipe.
Yes,
and
I would
Francis.
agree with that. Yeah. I'd say Gane. I think what Gane has that these other guys don't is his technique is just so crisp. It's like there's no like little wrinkle in his game. It's just very like.
Exactly. There is not much of a wrinkle, and it's amazing because he doesn't even have 10 fights. Mm-hmm. This is his 10th fight. We're like, what is going on? Yeah, you're right, man. Could be the Gane era, like a Machida era type thing. But
we'll see. We're still one Derrick Lewis punch away from that not mattering.
Yeah, that's true too.
We'll
I think Derrick Lewis is going to get impatient, though. I think he's going to get impatient. And he's going to go in there and headhunt, and he could land those. You never know. That's the thing. Okay, we got the center.
Anik's saying that the eye poke's still bothering Gane. It is. Hopefully that doesn't impact him in the fight. Like when George St. Pierre fought BJ Penn the first time and had like double vision, he was saying.
Oh, nice jab. Dude, Gane is so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, switch kick by Derrick Lewis. Nice leg kick by Derrick Lewis, too. Lewis is just waiting.
Yeah, DC's bringing up a good point that when Francis fought Derrick, he was worried about the power. Ciryl Gane isn't. He's coming forward. It's just because he's so confident in his technique and his head movement and his ability that he knows that like either he can't be hit or maybe he feels like even if he does get hit, he's good. I don't know. Well, probably not the latter, but you know what I'm saying? Like he's very confident in his skill set.
But the thing is, like the last Blades fight, Blades was kind of doing the same thing until you just made that.
I'd say Gane's more technical than Blades, so that's
of course. Yeah, but yeah, it's different. But now I guess he might have poked him in the eye again.
Oh no. We'll see. We will see what we got here.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so now Lewis is like clinching him. Yeah. See what happens. I think his eye's still bothering him a little bit.
Lots of switch dancing by switching stances by by Gane. Yeah, Gane is just smooth, man, just cool.
Yeah. Nice kick to the body there. Oh, Lewis coming forward.
Yeah, but this is not the heavyweight fight that people want to see, though.
No, I mean, if you're Gane, this is how you have to play it. Otherwise, you're going to end up like Curtis Blades. People are going to say you have CTE and that you're washed up and all. Like it's crazy. Like just what a one shot can do.
And I think
nice kick to the body there.
I think that's the mistake that Stipe made right against Francis in that last fight. It's just he just got emotional. And he should have fought differently.
Yeah.
But Gane, he's not going to do that. Look at him. Nice clinch. Knees to the
really
body,
good clinch right now.
Knee to the thighs.
Good Wear him down. Hit those tree trunks down.
Good work. I can see Gane just continuing with this, and then the third round, he's going to try to take him down.
Yeah, that was always something I thought of, is that if you're Gane, if you can take this into deep waters, because I know Lewis has improved his cardio, whatever. If you're Gane, though, I'm betting that he's got the better cardio. You wait till Lewis gets a little bit more tired later in the fight, then you go for the kill. Right now is not the time to go for the kill. And look at significant strikes here. 65%, 34 for 52 for Gane, 2 for 15 for Lewis. Lewis is barely landing, but that's not really his style anyways, right? Johnny's not a volume guy. It's more, I'm going to hit you and the fight's over. You know?
Yeah, he's not a guy that's going to start out there to win rounds or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. And they're back against the cage again. Again, if people are wondering, talk more, there just isn't a lot happening. Oh, we'll see.
Nice elbows.
Yeah, really good elbow there from Gane. Now Lewis is firing back. Got to be careful here. This is where Lewis capitalizes usually. If you're Gane, I would not, like, he's got his hands down. I'm kind of like, dude, like, it's Derrick friggin' Lewis, man.
It's like Luke in that transition when he got the sub, you know what I mean? Just
that was so good. I got to go back and watch that, man. That was crazy.
All right. Basically, we got 2-0. Man, he moves so well. God does, man. Just like sliding to the side when he has that. When Lewis has the right hand cocked, just slides out of the range so well. It's just like. But it's a boring fight, man. Let's just be real.
It is.
It's a boring fight.
But I mean, I was not expecting anything different. Like I think it would have been very unlikely that Gane comes out and just does like something crazy, right? And like demos him. You just can't do that against Derrick Lewis. Like I think had Lewis, well, no, it wouldn't have happened that way anyways. I was gonna say had like, because Blades, I think had the Blades fight not like beating Olynyk, fair enough. Olynyk's been knocked out by everyone. But Blades getting knocked out, that was where it's like, okay, like now it's like,
Let's see if he goes for, like, tries to wrestle here.
Yeah. Interesting they went with Joe Murphy for his corner. Like, I don't know who cornered him normally. But it's just interesting that he's going, because I don't think he was in his corner for the Blades fight, or maybe he was. Maybe I didn't notice, but just wonder why the corners switch up. I don't know who's normally in his corner.
Because they get 4 corners for championship fights. Maybe just.
Oh, right. Okay. Maybe that's it. You ever tried the P3 protein pack? I have not.
I've never tried any of the stuff that's on these advertisements.
Howlerhead, I want to try that. I've tried Modelo. Modelo is actually a pretty good beer.
Of course. Modelo, I've tried that. I think that's international.
So I think we're in agreement here. Ciryl Gane up 2-0.
Yeah.
I mean, Derrick's really not done much, but he can't because he can't hit the target.
Man, Gane with some hard leg kicks.
Do that. Wear down those tree trunks. Get Lewis Now
he's getting a little bit more aggressive, Gane is.
Yeah. Maybe this was the plan. Yeah. Nice overhand right there. That was good too by Gane.
Just man. Lewis seems like he's gun shy a little bit.
Yeah, well, I think also like he's I think there's a respect level here for Gane, and knowing that if he I think he knows when he comes in the counters there, right? So it's like it's kind of a tough spot to be in because he's not going to like, he can't do, for example, what Gane's doing to him. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. Of course. Because Derrick Lewis is legit. Derrick Lewis is basically what Kimbo Slice wanted to become.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a great comparison. Yeah, I would agree. Again, third round. I think Gane's up. Nice leg kicks. But again, with Lewis, it's just that one punch could end it. You never know, right?
Those leg kicks, dude, they're hurting him now.
And here's the other thing, John. The leg kicks, that power's not going to be there later in the fight because he's not going to be able to, he's not going to be able to lean into it, right? You need that leg to land that punch.
He's a front foot heavy, striker.
Yeah.
So.
Well, any you want to land a strike like that, it's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, he switched stances now. Derrick Lewis did.
Did he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He did. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Now, see, Gane's doing this thing where he's kind of putting his hands down and getting a little nervous, but then it's also Gane. Like he's so confident in his abilities, right?
He knows. Okay.
He knows. Yeah. Like look at Lewis. He's trying to kick him. He can't do anything.
Lewis with the double underhooks, but Gane is just so strong too.
Yeah.
Are we saying his name wrong?
Oh, did you see the fence grab there by Gane? A little bit of a fence grab, but
Lewis with the little sneaky trip, but Gane didn't fall though.
Look at the head body strike. 16 head shots for Ciryl Gane, 10 body shots, 36 leg kicks. You thought Pedro Munoz was doing a good job. Ciryl Gane's got 36 leg kicks in this fight. That's crazy.
Derrick Lewis is like in the single digits. After
for everything.
rounds.
Yeah, for nothing. But you knew this would happen. It's just the style, right? Like, again, Gane's not a volume guy. Nick Diaz is a volume guy. Derrick Lewis, not a volume guy. He's a power guy.
Man, the leg kicks, man. He's taken too many. Oh, nice. Oh, Gane is going for it now.
Yeah. Oh.
He's got him hurt. He gets the cage. Big shots by Gane. Oh, dude.
Okay. I'm looking forward to this.
Where's the counters? There you go.
Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Lewis right up against the cage here. I don't think
Lewis got clipped clean, though, any of them.
Gane just teeing off on Derrick Lewis right now. This could be coming to an end here soon. Oh, but Lewis, maybe he's playing possum here a little bit. Do you
Lewis
think?
dropped. Oh, knee. Oh, it's over. It's going to be over. It's close.
Oh, man.
Gane's teeing off again. Uh-oh. Lewis survived.
This is crazy. Oh, man. Lewis on the ground. Nice knee. That's a huge knee there. Ciryl Gane.
Let's go.
There we go. Nice uppercut.
Oh, head kick by Gane. Oh, now.
What happened? Mouthpiece came out. Oh, man.
Oh. Lewis fighting back.
It's got to be careful. It's got to be careful here.
Oh, it's over. Lewis drops. Gane on top. Hammer fisting hard. It's over.
Oh, man. It looked like he got poked in the eye there, though.
Yeah.
Ref missed that. Ref missed that. Gane coming down, laying down some serious shots here. Hammer fists. And it's over. Ciryl Gane, your new UFC interim heavyweight. Well, not new. Of course, it's an interim title. He's the heavyweight champion. I do wonder about that eye poke, John. Lewis fans are probably going to bring that up. It looked like he got poked in the eye here. Ciryl Gane, though, full credit to him. He turned the gas on, John. That's one thing with Ciryl Gane. Could have played this safe. He could have gone a 5-round decision here, but the fact he went for the kill, total respect to Ciryl Gane. I got to see the replay of that finish, though, because that looked a little bit crazy there, if I'm being honest. Let me check that out.
This guy.
What a win, though, man.
This guy is funny. Man, he broke him down, man. Those leg kicks. Boom. I'm glad I made my switch to Gane at the last second. Killer instinct right there. We were talking about Kobe earlier. What does he do if he loses? What does Derrick Lewis do now?
In that spot that Curtis Blades is in now.
Is he in the Andre Arlovsky spot? Where he just
could be.
Man, that shirt's
fourth round finish, right? Yeah.
No, it's third round.
Is it third? Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Whoops.
You
That was
think Derrick
crazy.
Lewis is done?
Could be. I mean, where do you go from here? You just fought in Houston. Like, where's the motivation? He's talked about retirement as well. We'll get to your guys' questions in a little bit here. We just want to see, obviously, Derrick Lewis visibly disappointed here. Let's see what the Gane.
No, we did not lose in betting. We both picked Gane. What are you guys talking about? Come on, guys. Okay, let's see what they say.
Yeah, let's hear it up.
Where's Francis? Where's his tweets?
It's crazy, man. What a story, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that this guy is a UFC champion. I know he's an interim champ. People are always going to say paper champ, whatever, but good for him, man. And I just want to point out the interim heavyweight champion follows yours truly on Twitter. So I'll take that.
You know the do, but I'm with you guys. I'm with you. Big love for Lewis and for the fun. Yes, I'll see you on Friday.
Ciryl, your game seems to be difficult for every single heavyweight. Look up here. I mean, you're on your toes.
So Gane saying he has a lot of love for, he understands that the fans are probably upset because he beat his guy, whatever, a lot of class here. Ciryl Gane's awesome, man.
Coming into this fight against Derrick Lewis.
I'm like that, and I like to move. I'm easy with my body. I'm not secret. It was against them, of course.
When you got him hurt, you landed that beautiful leg kick. When you saw him hurt, how excited did you get? How big did your eyes get when you started going in for that finish?
Quand tu es parti, quand tu as vu que le kick est passé, comment tu t'es senti excité? Oh yes. Okay, I was a little bit angry, and because all the staff told me, let's go. You're gonna do this, and we did it.
You know, your coach Fernando Lopez has been in this position before and it didn't work out. What does it mean to you to finally give him a championship and be the first champion from France?
En fait,
Just ask him what it means to be from France. I'm hearing your feed because you're a little bit ahead of me there.
Oh, he gives the belt to his coach. That's nice, man.
This is for the whole team. This is not just for me. This is for my coach, for my MMA factory, for my friend, my family, for the fans, for my country. I'm really happy.
And speaking of team,
So they're going to ask him about Francis, obviously.
is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Francis Ngannou. What's the message that you have for the champions?
What do you have message for the champion? Let's hear it. Hey, buddy. Nice to see you again. Should be his message.
You're hot, so let's go. Just let's go.
Let's go, he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, the interim champion of the world, Ciryl Gane.
I guess should we hear Derrick Lewis because he always has good post-fight speeches. We'll do that quickly,
That's
and then,
right.
we'll get out of here. We got to hear that.
Let's see.
모습까지 보여줬던 시리얼이 잘되었습니다. 게임 플레이에 있어서 레그킥을 강하게 했던 것에 대해서는
Where's Derrick?
더 공격적으로
Want
가는
Derrick?
팀의 지지가 있었다는 이야기를 해요.
Come on, Derrick.
Got to get my balls are hot thing or something.
Derrick
Sorry,
is
guys,
not there.
we're just waiting to hear if we get anything from Derrick Lewis. Are we getting
No,
anything? Not getting
I
anything?
don't think so.
All right, let's wrap this up here real quick, everyone. Just sorry, we got that idiot back in here spamming the chat. Not much to say about that. Great win for Ciryl Gane. Glad to see he got the finish, John, honestly, because I think, had he won a decision here, there'd be a lot of criticisms. I thought he fought the perfect fight because, he played a patient game early on, and then he went through, and then he gets the finish in the third round. Really impressive win there for Ciryl Gane, and I can't wait for that fight with him and Francis. That's going to be crazy. They got to do that in France. They have to, right? Don't you think? I mean,
Yeah,
just the magnitude of that fight, like.
I could see it happening in Vegas though, man. I don't think it'll happen in France. If they do need to do it there, but I don't think just the circumstances the world is under. But yeah, man, Ciryl Gane, systematic was what he did. I'm interested to see if he could do that systematically against Francis.
Mhm.
And man, that's an interesting fight, man. We didn't even think a year ago that Gane would be in this position. We had no idea, man. Now he's the interim champion. Great for him. and the heavyweight division marches forward. Let's see what happens, man. I hope they get that fight done this year.
I'm just going to quickly mention this. Cole Shelton, Ngannou minus 190, Gane plus 165. Bet online just open. I like Gane at that price. I don't know though. Francis looks so good against Stipe, right? Like that's a 50-50 fight, man. We'll talk about that on the Fantasy Fanatics MMA podcast when we get a chance here. I know there's a lot of people who want questions answered. We'll do that on the recap show. I got to get John out of here. I know he wants to enjoy the rest of his day. I know you got a recap show to do as well. Just anything you want to plug before you get out of here, buddy. It's always a pleasure doing these with you, and I really appreciate you tuning in.
No doubt, man. Just follow me on social media at JHKMMA, and that's about it. I'll see you guys on the next pay-per-view. 266, I believe. I
think the timing will work out for that one because of the fact that my kid's going to be due a few weeks before, so I should be able to do this. So I want to be here for it. I'm sure my family do that. I just posted the link in the chat there. That is the recap show. So if you guys want your questions answered, it's going to be more of a Q&A than a recap. So find me over there if you guys are watching. Big shout out to NSPN for hosting this stream here tonight on their Facebook page and also on their channel as well. Shout out to FanDuel who provided all the odds and stuff tonight, and Magic Spoon as well. If you guys want a discount on some really good healthy cereal for you, use the code word Lynch, magicspoon.com on checkout. You get $5 off your order. All right, there we go. That is it for me. That is it for JHK. Thanks so much for watching, everyone who did tune in. Again, if you want your questions answered, I will be on another stream right now. I posted the link in the chat there. Check that out. For myself, for JHK, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys soon, and enjoy the rest of your evening.